Okay, good. I'm getting ready for my Poshmark show. It's not as organized as I wish it were. Okay, so when I'm over here, you guys will see me. I'm not doing the show yet. This is the setup for the show. So the real show, I'm going to be looking this way. I'm kind of going to be ignoring you guys like I've been doing. Because if you want to see me, though, you can download the Poshmark app and watch me on Poshmark. But you download the Poshmark app, and the name of my shop is the name is my invite code. I believe you can see it down there somewhere. I got to look at this camera now. But when the show is running, I'm going to be paying more attention to this side, so don't be offended. Oh, secondly, I'm not going to be streaming it on this channel. I'm going to be streaming it on the ASMR channel. I'm going to do an experiment. Because if I can get ASMR people into my Poshmark show, even if it's not to buy clothes, that's fine. If they buy clothes, even better. But if they're just in there listening to me, that gets a lot of viewers. And more viewers gets other people interested who maybe will buy. So it's a win-win for everyone. You all get your ASMR. I might get a few sales. So, and if you happen to also be there for the ASMR and maybe want to buy something, that's great too. I might do a little merch on Poshmark. Who knows? I mean, that's in the future. But this is my planning channel for all my ideas that I never followed through with. But one of you maybe will someday. Okay, because it is fun. So far not making much money, but it's a lot of fun. I realize I'm going to have to get a job. I got to go to Argentina. I'm leaving in August now, like in a couple of weeks. I'll be there just a few days. And then when I come back, I'm looking at the wrong cameras. I'm down here. When I come back, I got to get a real job, and just focus on that. And then do this as a side hustle. If this picks up and I make hey, even better. But I cannot be sitting around waiting. I gotta have an income. All right, so let me get my phone. I charged up the phones, and what I'm trying to get better at is, I'll have my other phone filming me. I gotta be careful with this phone number too. My parents' phone number's on the back of this phone. I gotta be careful when I'm waving it around. Maybe I should. Hang on. Oh, it's in it. Hang on. I'll be right there, guys. And just. Oh, cool. It's on the case. Okay, so I got it off of the case. All right, so there. But now my problem is if I drop the phone, it could break. It's got no protection, so I got to be careful. So what I want to get good at is I'll have my phone there. Here I'm showing the clothes that I'm selling. I got to remember what camera I'm looking at. So here I'll have the clothes that I'm selling. I'm looking over there at the people who are potential buyers, or maybe now I might have some, when I start streaming to the ASMR channel, I might have people who want to get a better view and go to Poshmark. If they want to stay on YouTube, you'll just get this angle of me. I won't provide, but some people aren't there for and the microphone is better on the YouTube channel. So it may be that the YouTubers just stay on YouTube, but some people might like both. So this way, if they really like both and they want to see the show as well, and I'm going to start doing my acrylic nails, though. I mean, it doesn't hurt to do them. They look nice. I miss them. I had to cut them off because they had gotten too long and they were starting to. But I'm going to. That's the thing with acrylic nails. You have them. Your nail does not break because it's like having a shield on your nail. It's a really thick shield of acrylic so that your nails don't break. The people who have hit world records with longest nails, they all have acrylic on them. Otherwise, they couldn't grow them that long. Anyway, off the topic as usual. Let me start setting up. What time is it? Oh, I got like an hour. Okay. And what happened to me yesterday, I did this double thing where I was sending the show to YouTube as well as to Poshmark. Then I said bye to everyone on Poshmark, ended the show, completely forgot about the YouTubers, and it kept filming for 5 hours. All it filmed was my window with it was there for 5 hours until I went to look at the show to see how it came out, because it doesn't film on Poshmark. You only get this version. And then it dawned on me, oh my gosh, I never turned off the YouTube because it was showing that I was still live. All right, anyway. If you guys want to see me from the Poshmark, you go over to Poshmark, download the Poshmark app on your phone. You can also go to Poshmark.com. And I think you still have to sign up, I think, though, to be able to see me. You have to sign up for an account. But anyway, it's fun. What I like is we have the clothing in common, and then we mix and match with other shops. And so what I want to do for the, oh, looking at the wrong camera. What I want to do for the Halloween one, better, that I'm doing this morning. All right, it's going to be a lopsided angle. It'll be a better angle from Poshmark. I want to, I have a few pieces that could work as kind of like costumes now that Halloween is approaching. Still not close, but, we're getting there. It's already August. People might start thinking about it without actually buying the costume yet. And then at the last minute, my thing is just before Halloween, like maybe that in October, 2 weeks before Halloween or closer, somebody gets invited to a party. That happens to me, like, oh, what am I to wear? And I kind of just throw something together at home, and I kind of don't care. But some people really care that their costume isn't ready and that they wanted more time to plan. So we're trying to appeal to those people who didn't plan last minute. We want to throw out ideas for Halloween costumes, so that you're not caught at the last minute. Now people watching, even if they don't buy today. I mean, granted, I hope somebody buys the stuff we're showing, but even if they don't buy, it's kind of fun, all of us getting together and throwing in our ideas for Halloween. So for example, I have this, you guys still have time to sign up for Poshmark to take part if you want it. I have this wrinkled up old dress that a friend told me, could you sell it for me? She didn't want it anymore. It's from the limited size 10, average, but like maybe around Christmas, how you have Halloween, and she could go as a as anything, as a candy maker or as a Mrs. Claus, for example. But even up through Christmas, it's useful for Christians because we like to have our little setups around Christmas time for the children, where we have Mother Claus and Papa Noel, Santa Claus, and Mrs. Claus setups with the elves, or so this could be a Mrs. Claus for some person who maybe wanted, for example, this is my point. So I have a dress. Maybe one of you has, I also happen to have a Santa Claus hat. So I'll offer this for sale on Poshmark today at a really cheap price, and I'll throw in the hat for free, because so the person may decide to keep the hat or give the hat away. I'm selling this, but this is the freebie that gets included. Things like that. Or if I didn't have a Santa hat, but maybe somebody out there did and said, oh, you've got that dress. Hey, in my shop, I happen to have a Santa hat. Maybe we could, and then the idea is, I don't think I have a lot of viewers today because I'm not advertising much about the show. I'm not sharing it. But, so shops will start, and they can share their things on Poshmark too. Like we can all share our things to the show. I can even get guests on to talk about their clothes, pass the show over. It's so cool now. It's so much fun. And some people apparently are actually making good money on there. Or they're lying. I don't know. I'm not making money. But I mean, yes, I am making a little money. Like if I go to a thrift shop and buy, like this was given to me for free, by a friend. To here, you can have it, just whatever. She didn't even say just sell it. She just said here. She knows I sell clothes though. So I got this for free. So if I sell it for $4, I've made, I'll make less than $4. I'll make like 5 cents after all the fees and everything. But let's say I sell it for $10. Okay, I'll end up with about, I think I'll end up with about $5, $6. Poshmark has their fees. They do take out a lot of the guesswork. It's, if you've never had a business before, start with Poshmark or start with Etsy. Because the investment is zero. You may not make a lot of money, but you're not going to lose money as much as, the problem is when you start an online business, everyone messes up at first, or a lot of people mess up with the shipping. Because you sell the item, you're all excited about the sale, you forget that you got to ship it and you haven't charged the customer for shipping. This is if you have your own website, you got to think of that stuff. Whereas the guesswork is taken out when you use a venue such as Etsy or Poshmark. They help you with that. They're like, they don't let you forget the shipping. You know, when I first started on Etsy, they didn't help us with the shipping. Now Etsy does. And like the first few sales, like the first sale, I lost money because what I charged for the item, I didn't charge any shipping, and the shipping cost more than what the item cost. And you know, some people might have the gall to go back to the customer and say, you know, but I didn't. I said, gosh, my first sale, I'm not going to mess it up. So I was out of pocket, you know. So those are things you learn when you first start out. And it's better to do it through Etsy or you know, Poshmark. They help you a little bit with that. You still could mess up, but all right. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, I got to prepare the phone now. Oh, that's set up there. Now I gotta line up the phone how I want it. And I'm really behind because yesterday I upload during the show. Hi Sadie. I'm having so much fun over on Poshmark. Poshmark is in Canada too. Right now they only have you know, I think we can sell to anyone in the world, but I think Poshmark only helps with shipping to Canada and USA, within the USA. I'm not certain. Anyone who's watching this show, oh, looking at the wrong, anyone watching this show from somewhere else, let me know if you're able to buy through Poshmark, and then what happens at the ship to buy something. You could always cancel the sale, you know, because it's got to show you the shipping cost before you actually go through with the purchase. So, all right, let's focus. Let's focus. I'm trying not to have ADHD. Thank you for coming back, Sadie. You know, I think some people stop following me because they're angry with me. So I don't know if you were the one of people. There are a couple of people that used to come on all the time that I haven't seen around lately. So I'm wondering what happened. But I have had a few bad years, and I've gotten into fights with a lot of people. So even if I didn't fight with them directly, they may have witnessed it, and they may have said, well, you know, whatever, she's not for me, or whatever. I'm not going to judge why they would do it. There are plenty of reasons. I gave plenty of reasons for people to stop following me. So, but that's another thing. I figure, you know, it hurts, but I figure, you know, especially this channel is the channel where I'm just going to do whatever I want. You know, I'm going to try to stay off of controversial topics in general. I am trying to, again, I wasn't doing it. Oh, you guys, what I did that's going to do after the show. I got the National Enquirer. Where did I put it? I haven't read it yet. I might be delayed. You know, it comes out every week. I'm not going to do it every week. Where did I put it though? Because oh, here it is. Okay. So after this show, after the Poshmark show, it starts at 10. So I better get on the ball. It's 9:09. It starts in, less than an hour. So I'm going to then go over. I got 2 magazines to review. I got the National Enquirer, which is the one I read the last time. And I got this one. It's called Women's World. Because again, this is for women. You know, and again, you have women of certain parts of our country that are, you know, they don't need to see Vogue, and they just want some general information for the family, something they can leave. Again, I always point this out. These are the kind of magazines you can leave lying around the house. And if a child gets into it, there's nothing in there that's, you know, life-changing. You know, they may read something that's a little bit adult that they don't understand, but it's worded in a way that if they ask their parent, the parent has a way out or not, if you know what I mean. You know, it's up to the parent to decide when it's right to address issues. But it does help. Something like this would help. For example, a mother with her daughter, if the little girl sees this and says, you know, oh, fat just falls off, you know, that's something to discuss. You know, oh, my mommy, what does that mean? You know, to a child who doesn't understand the subtleties of media and values and all that. What, oh my gosh, mommy, look. And then, you know, maybe the mother will talk, oh, well, you know, because, you know, in America, we have a problem with heart disease, and keeping, you know, it's a way to open up conversations. And immigrants, newcomers that don't speak English, these are wonderful for them. The words are easier. They can learn a little bit about what's going on from the American perspective. They're very, very American points of view. I'm talking old American, generational Americans, not the new Americans like I am. These are the people that have been here for generations, and there was a certain culture that, you may have liked it or not, but it's there. It's still there, and it's always going to be here because that's part of what America is founded on. Anyway, let's not get too into it. So these are good magazines for several reasons. Even you guys over in Europe, who maybe you do have a higher education and you understand politics and media and all that, but it's entertaining for you, and it's also sees the perspective from other points of view that you may miss because you're all up here thinking all this highfalutin, fancy schmancy stuff, and the rest of us are down here, we kind of want the rundown, but we also don't want to be treated like we're dumb. We understand when we see contradictions. And these fancy people, oh, I've got this degree and I've got a PhD. Yeah, but you didn't figure out that what happened in this part of the world was wrong. Anyway, let's not. All right. They're just, the more PhDs I meet, the more I realize they're just full of fucking shit, Attorneys are a dime a dozen. Don't be impressed by attorneys. It's not that hard to become a lawyer. You got to pass a certain, exam. And once you pass an exam, it's a matter of memorizing and looking up what you don't know. That's basically it. You can Google a lot of stuff it takes to be a lawyer. Oh, I'm so angry with some people. I'm angry with the higher educated people that they could be so clueless. Just because you get a high education doesn't mean you forget where you came from. And it doesn't mean that all right, I got to get ready for this Posh March. Who am I screaming at now? 3 people. Hi, Ryan. I'm yelling at you. Okay, Sadie and Ryan are there, and then the mystery viewer. All right, so Ryan, I don't know if you get Poshmark over there, but it's a lot of fun. You can get some good deals. And if you decide to sign up, you download the Poshmark app, you put Petit Pois. At some point, there's an invite code. You put Petit Pois. I believe it's a $10. I should put that on every upload that I do for the show. Just say it underneath. I think I have it here, over here. I see it on my screens. You get a $10 credit, if you want it. But I'm curious to see if I can actually have the option to ship to Europe. I think I can. I think you can still buy through Poshmark. Wrong camera. But I think we have to arrange the shipping separately, and probably the cost of shipping isn't even worth it. So, but if somebody wants to buy over somewhere else than Canada and US, but Poshmark is growing. I think they're growing. They may become worldwide like Amazon, for clothes. But Amazon started out just books. And then when you grow too much, you end up just selling everything. It just becomes another big Amazon, which doesn't matter if we have. It's not a bad thing to have competition for Amazon, and you have like Wayfair, and I wonder how many of them actually have warehouses. They must have them somewhere. It's just a whole thing. All right, let's get the show going because I'm going to run out of batteries. All right, morning summary. I already did that. Do this. And I realized yesterday, you didn't hear I had the air conditioner on full blast next to me. I had to buy a portable one. And I was listening to the show on YouTube yesterday, and I didn't hear that air conditioning. I don't know if any of you are also on Poshmark. Tell me over on Poshmark if you can hear the sound of the air conditioning or not. I feel like it's very noisy over on Poshmark. So if you're doing it for the sound, you would hang out on YouTube. And if you're doing it to actually see the clothes, I hope the sound would be okay too. But because my only other option would be to turn off the air conditioning, and that's going to be hell. Literally, it will get so hot. So what I'd have to do is maybe between showing each clothing, run it for a little bit. Anyway, let me do this here. This one is farther away. So once I start that show, guys, don't be offended. I'm going to be kind of ignoring you. I ignored YouTube so much yesterday during yesterday's show that I said goodbye to everyone on Poshmark and left. And I left this running for 5 hours. And I think a few of you came in and you're like, hey, what's going on? Oh, hey. Because when I went back later, 5 hours later, I realized. And And I saw a few comments that some of you had put. Oh my God, it was so funny. And I realized people had come in at all different times and kind of left. I'm sorry I did that to you. It was yesterday. So just watch the first part. And when I say goodbye on Poshmark, just exit. Because the rest is just, I looked through, kind of scrolled through to see if there was anything interesting. All you saw for 5 hours was this window, and the leaves in the back were moving a little bit. That's all. If you didn't see the leaves moving in the back, you'd think it was a photograph. It was, I was feeling bad. But anyway, I hope I didn't lose viewers because of that. Because you guys are going to say, now she's really going to. And it happened to be the one Poshmark too. Oh gosh, now I'm going off. There was a lady on Poshmark that had her show running on Poshmark. And she had her back to the camera and she was doing all. She thought that the camera was off. You could tell she didn't know the camera was there. And then I exited out. It was boring. It was just her back doing stuff, you know. Or maybe she thought no one was watching because there were only like 2 viewers. I've only had about 7 at the same time. I get up to, I've never gotten to 10 anywhere, I think. I think my limit has been 9 on any of the venues. Twitch. This one, I think, I actually don't know. Anyway, let's get started. I'm just off on a tangent. All right, news. I'm getting a lot of followers actually as I'm doing the shows, because I'm not trying to get followers. I'm just doing, but I guess the more activity, the more you get pushed up to the top. So people who do the Posh shows are probably getting boosted more because, you know, a lot of people are coming in now, you know. So anyway, all right, so what am I going to do? My Posh show. My Posh. Oops, wrong one. I don't know how to save the shows, though. Maybe you have to get to another level, like ambassador level, which I'm almost there. I have to share a few more people's items. And once I've shared 5, I think I've shared since I started on Poshmark, which was like 2016 or something. I haven't really been very active on there. I started up again. If you share 5,000 times other people's stuff as well as your own stuff separately, then you have to fill a few different metrics. I've achieved all of them except for the sharing. I have to share up to 5,000 items, and I've shared up to 3,000 something. So I've got a ways to go, and that's just a matter of me sitting down. I could even do it in a day or two, but I'd have to sit there and just share whatever. I mean, it's really, you know, when I share, I've been cheating a little, and I've just been randomly sharing, granted, but see, it's taken me a long time because I want to share what I truly like, you know, rather than just randomly. I've fallen to the randomly sharing too, but you know, I want my shares to be meaningful. So, but I think, you know, I'm close enough. I might just start randomly sharing. Like I might sit down tomorrow and the next day just to get to the ambassador level. And then maybe it opens up other benefits. So for me, Poshmark, I'm playing it kind of like a video game. I could see how it could get addictive, and you don't make money. Definitely not at first. You might make it eventually, but so don't think this is, I want to keep reiterating that because you can get very addicted to it. I'm like, now, I want to get rid of clothes. So I'm going to have to first apply prices, which I'm not doing enough. You know, I've got to get rid of a lot of stuff that I don't use. So I've got to let go a little more and just say, look, I know your idea was to buy it for this price and sell it for that, you know, but it comes to a point where you decide, do I want to keep on hoarding stuff and I don't have a place to keep it? What am I looking at? Let me start opening the show. It's early. I've got 40 minutes. And I've got to be willing to let go. You know, yes, for me, it meant so much when I bought it and I thought that this would sell. You liked it a lot of times. And then when I go back and analyze what I did, I said, yeah, because the stuff that I've really sold, like this long cover up that I thought was cute, and I did buy a lot of them. I thought it might sell. I wasn't sure. Something dinged. What was that? I don't know. But the stuff that I was convinced, oh my gosh, this is going to sell, it didn't sell. And then stuff that I was like, yeah, this could sell, like those cover-ups, I thought for the price I paid for them, I thought it was worth the risk. And it's not something I would have ordinarily worn. But then after I bought it, I styled it a little bit. I did a video. I don't know if the video helped. It was a video on YouTube I did years ago. And after that, they sold quickly. So I don't know if it was because I did the video. I need to follow where the clicks came from, but I didn't leave that. So I know that if I buy long kind of open knit cover-ups, you could see them in my Poshmark shop. Here, I'm giving away a secret. Neutral colored knit cover-ups sell. Women are very insecure. That's in part insecurity, or sometimes you're insecure at certain times of the month. I mean, these are things that men don't often think of. That, you know, certain times of the month when you're younger, I don't have to worry anymore. You're worried that something might show through. You're not positive. You know how it is sometimes. You're like, oh, is it okay? Should I get up and go to the, whereas if you have a cover up, you're always careful not to sit on it when you sit down during that time. So that just in case something happens, you're like, oh, I have a backup. I have a plan B. It's happened. It's happened to me, at least not often, but you only need it to happen once. And it's happened to me. Oh my God, don't let me remember. Oh, there are some benefits to being old, ladies. That's one of them. So embarrassing. Anyway, we're not all ladies listening. Sorry. But anyway, so yeah, a cover up, for example, a lot of women, thin, some heavier women also use it. Also, that time of the month, you get a little bit bloated. You might feel like your stomach is sticking out more than it actually is. I mean, usually what you're insecure about, usually it's not as bad to the outside onlooker. Like they may notice it, but to you, it's like worse, But what was my point? Yeah, cover-ups. A knit cover-up of a neutral color. And I'd say beige or black, because white is a little push. White is a little risky for many people. And also white, that time of month, black is always safest for that time. So, I mean, the ones I sold were beige color, tan. And again, you can look in my Poshmark shop and go back down, and you'll see some of the things that I bought in bulk. I bought like 5 or 6, and they just sold. They just sold relatively, like within a few months. I mean, I'm not saying they sold overnight, but I think 2 sold right off the bat. And then, so there are certain things that women go to, and men, I assume as well. I got to find out what those things are regularly that are reasonable price, so you can make some money on it. If you know how to knit, even better. And if you knit quickly, or if you have a machine knitter, just a long, and the one that I sold was a long cover up. And it, and in that respect, I should actually be talking about this stuff on Poshmark, because Poshmark is about clothing. But women do need the, getting into the whole hijab thing, where the Muslim women who are very devout cover practically all of themselves in public. They choose, some are forced to, and some choose to wear the hijab because it's, they feel better that way. They feel it empowers them. And in that respect, yes, I can understand that, because you're not being judged for how you look. You're being judged by what you're saying. Whether you're beautiful or not beautiful, or it doesn't matter, because you're being judged for and if you're a writer, even more so, you can have a pen name, and then you're writing, and people don't know who's writing it, because also based on who's writing it makes a difference on whether the point of view is, how it's taken by the reader. How did I get on that topic? See, I got to focus. For the show, I got to stick to clothing. All right. I'll put the camera on. Okay, yeah, that's good. It's lined up. I'm not on yet. Because then I on Poshmark, you have this on the app on your phone. You can, I just wish I knew how I looked, because I don't have a way to see myself unless I open another Poshmark account and watch myself from the other. But I'm not going to bother doing that. I got so many accounts in so many places that I just want to just sit down one day and figure out which ones I have, where, and close some of them, and just focus on a couple of apps. And there's so many. You got to download an app for everything now. I mean, in that respect, it's kind of like splitting up. You know, it's got its pros and cons. Like on the one hand, if you have the app, you only look into what you feel like seeing. You don't have to deal with all this junk email. You know, you just, what's going on with T-Mobile today? And you go in there and you deal with all the ads and stuff, but you can get to your account information. You don't have to depend on waiting for the bill to come. So there's pros and cons. But you have a cell phone. Our phone numbers are working like Social Security numbers now. Remember Social Security numbers, Gen X? We used to always have to tell everybody our Social Security number wherever we went. And then the dry cleaners, the Asians, they started taking phone numbers. It was before cell phones, because we knew landlines were your permanent number. And then cell phones came, and it kind of messed that up because people were forgetting their landline numbers. But now, basically, you want to keep your cell phone number because you've already given it to everybody. And the more contacts you have, the more you don't want to let go of your cell phone number. Sort of like the landlines used to be. So your phone number is now your ID, and that will link to either your Social Security number or whatever number you give to open. If you're from another country, that's the number you give in that country. But they link it, So if you're on, like I'm out there now, I'm not going to even bother trying to get off the internet at this point. And at my age, so at one point when I realized, wow, once you're on the internet, you really have no privacy again. Sure, you can be very careful and not be public about stuff. But if you have your private little Facebook group, for example, and one of your friends get mad at you, they could just take a screenshot and share it to the world. So if you're on the internet, you'll never be private again, or you run the risk if it bothers you. It doesn't bother me. If people want to see that I have a crippled dog, or I used to, the poor thing passed away, or if they, I don't have anything in my life that I'm ashamed, and that I'm sure other people haven't gone through. And, so once I realized there's no way I'm ever going to have privacy again, is when people started threatening me for voicing my opinion. I said, well, screw this. If you're going to threaten me, I'm just going to make everything public and then come at me. I have nothing to hide. So that was my personal choice to do. But if you're going to run a business and want to make money, and you probably want to be a little more discreet than I have been. Was my choice. And think of that when you have children. They're out there. Once they're on the PlayStation and they've got that number or their name linked to a parent, because when you're on the PlayStation, what happens is you have to have a parent account and the child account, and the parent from the parent's phone. I learned this through my godson. I didn't know this. From the parent's phone, or I'm the replacement parent in my case, because whatever. I'm not a replacement parent at all. I'm just a godmother, but I'm the one who's running the PlayStation. That I take that back, what I just said. The temporary parent for the PlayStation, let's say. You can see what the kid is doing. That's a good thing. Parents need to know what their children are up to, who they're seeing. You can see who his friends are and stuff. That's good. I think, especially up to a certain age. Maybe after a certain age, you stop with that. But you have to know who's talking to your children. You can't see their messages between each other. You can't get that deep into it. But you see how long he's been on there. You can manage his account, like say, okay, he can only play from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. because at 6 he has to do his home, whatever. You can manage it's really, I think it's good. So there's the pros. But the con is your child is now linked to you. So he's now out there in the world of the internet, or it's all, so again, good or bad, but you have to teach your child that people can film him doing silly things and upload it, and he just has to. So then where's your freedom anymore? Your freedom comes with not caring. That's what gives you your full freedom comes when you don't care what people think. That's really the only freedom you'll ever have again. Because in the past, we didn't have all these cameras and stuff. So if you were, for example, if you were gay at one time when I was young in the United States, they were not treated nicely. Maybe not as badly as they're treated in other countries, but you know, they started deciding, well, we're tired of being afraid, and we're going. So, you know, it took that to get them rights, and now they can get married, I think, in most states, and all that. You know, however you feel or not is about the issue, but it took not being afraid of what people think. And now more than ever, because in those days you could come out, and then, oh, you're in a small town and people start threatening you. You could move to a big city and get lost and be safe again, or move somewhere and find safety somewhere in the bigger cities. Today you can't, unless you completely, you know, change your, because what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, like, you could come out as gay, let's say, and then decide, oh my gosh, I'm getting all these threats. You know, to say I'm not going to judge you. You may decide I'm going to pretend that I'm not gay now. But the people who already know that have judged you for it are not going to leave you alone. And unless you change your name and stay off the internet and hide, you know, they can Google and find out where you live, and they even can probably find out where you moved to. They know your family. You know what I mean? So once you're out on the internet, just know that probably you'll never have a completely private life again. The only way a person can have complete privacy anymore in the world now is just never touching a cell phone, not talking to family who have cell phones, so that they don't put your phone number. Because even if you have just a landline now, landlines are still pretty private. You still could link your landline number to a person, but the person can move and separate themselves from the landline phone number. It's hard to do that from a cell phone number. It's harder. You can have people call a certain number and it changes. You know, I know you can have them dial one number and it rings to your phone, but they don't know your real. There are ways to do it, but there's always some link that can be traced back to you. I'm not trying to scare anyone, but I'm just pointing out how the world has changed. And so you can work with it to make a living. But think, if you're going to have a business, if you're deciding to have a business on the internet, you may not want to be so vocal about politics and all that. You know, like right now I'm selling clothes. Someone who's mad at some of the politics that I've talked about could say, look, she's having a show she's trying to sell. Let's all, you know, what do you do when you all coming on the show and mess up the show? I don't know what it's called. Like they swarm the show and start trolling. And I mean, yeah, then you have the moderators, but it kind of messes stuff up for you, you know. So I'm not expecting this to be a business. And if it does get swarmed, I'm hoping it'll be the ASMR crowd, which I'm not gonna snap gum today because I don't want to alienate my postures. But I may start doing shows where I show clothing and I snap gum, and then maybe I will do. I know it sounds kind of, but maybe I'll have like some merch so that for the ASMR. For the ASMR crowd, they maybe can request, oh, could you snap gum while you show the blue blouse, you know, or whatever. And that I would be willing to do. So then I'll just show the blue blouse again, run it, snap the gum, and who knows, maybe to thank me, they'll buy the item or not. But the people it'll get movement in my show. And then that'll attract more people who maybe can buy. So I explained it earlier in this show, but I am explaining it again. I'm getting a little bit all over the place. Start focusing. I've got 30 more minutes. Okay, I've got plenty of time, but I wanted to prepare the shot. I wanted to upload some of the pictures because I'm behind on my who's watching? 3 people. Okay. I'm behind on my listings. I've kind of quick uploaded them and they look ugly because then I go back and I take good pictures. But uploading them on the show, you have to be quick. I'm looking at the wrong. I got to turn this around so that I don't look at myself. Oh, but then I can't see the chat. All right, I'm going to turn it like that. so that I'm not tempted to look at the wrong camera. So when I do address you, remember, I'm going to be ignoring you once that show starts. Can you still, but you'll still kind of see the stuff I'm showing. I'm going to be putting it about here. I'll try to so that you can see the clothes, but you'll see them better. You'll see them better from Poshmark. See, and then if you actually want to see the clothes, and then I want to avoid lifting up my arm. You know, that's the webcam. It's not a wide angle lens. It's not a wide angle lens. So you know what? I'm really not going to show you guys the clothes very well. You'll see them hanging here, and I'll be showing them over here. I'll be showing them pointing this way, and you may get a glimpse of it, but I'm really going to be not focusing on you guys, because what I need to do is get back on Yardstream, but I am so in debt, you guys. I got to get myself sorted out. Sometimes, like when everything's gone wrong, you just, where do you start? You know, but, and I just, my doggy just died. I don't know if some of you, she got an acute illness, or maybe she had kidney problems, and I didn't know about them, or maybe she got the kidney problems because of something I fed her. I don't know. I'm getting thirsty. I better get a drink. And I don't want to remember because I'm going to start crying. But I loved my little doggy so much. Anyway, it broke my heart, and I couldn't save her. You know, no amount of money would have saved her. You know, I did spend some money trying to, but once I realized this is something that's not, it wasn't an acute, it's a condition it's only going to take a lot of money to extend her life a little bit longer, and she's still going to die, and she's going to be, so I just was thinking, I was getting ready to take her in to have her put down. I was preparing, and then she passed away before that had to happen. So, you know, I'm blessed for that. You know, I was kind of prepared. I was thinking, oh, it looks like it's close. I figured I'd just help her out, you know. But so I was going to take her the next day, but then that happened. And all right. So I got that going through my head, and I got to stop thinking about it. So this is also helping me focus on the clothes. And it's just devastating when you lose a pet, because, you know, when you lose anything else, I'm sure it's painful. You know, you lose a family member or something. But a pet is like, it's kind of a selfish thing. But when you lose a pet, it's like that was the only thing you could depend on. Because, you know, you can't depend on, as much as you love people and people love you back, you can't 100% ever depend on even your own parent, on your own child. You hope you can, you know. But yeah, the dog is a possession. The dog is, for better or worse, it's a possession. And you know that whatever you want, you decide for the dog. But when the dog gets ill, and you no longer have control, you can no longer control what the dog does, or what they eat, or you lose complete control. And I that happens also with people, but people, you know, it's just, I don't know, a pet is you know, people are more important. I completely believe that, or at least, you know, I believe people are more important than animals. Some people believe we're all equal, and I wouldn't go that far, but you know, it does hurt. It hurts to lose a pet. And it doesn't hurt worse than when I lost my little I had a hairless dog, kind of like a hairless Chihuahua. It was a Mexican hairless a few years ago, bigger than my little, but, and he was also kind of sick, but he lasted 12 years. And even when he passed away, I said, what did I do wrong? He should have lasted 14. You always think they die too soon. So, but you know, this little dog, I should have fed her a different diet, I'm thinking, or I should have, you know, and maybe it still would have happened, but I got to get some water. I'm thirsty. I think I'm ready for the show. I've got to calm down. I had coffee. I shouldn't have. I have water there. It's lukewarm, but I'll I gotta get a cup. I'll be right back. I have that thing. Here's something fun. Many years ago, I went on a cruise. And on the cruise, they gave us these, you would order a drink. You had to pay for the alcoholic drinks. Everything, the other drinks were free. So you would buy a drink, and when it's cold, the cup changes color. Do you see how it's growing spots here? Because I put ice in there. So wherever the cold is touching, it changed color. And I got green one, red one, a purple one. Every day was a different color. And then in the morning, there was the cruise news program. It was so much fun. I've only ever been on one cruise, but it was Royal Caribbean. It was so much fun. Every time I see these cups, I remember how much fun I had on that cruise. I might go on once. Maybe I'll go every 10 years. Okay, let me get some water. Yeah. It was like being in heaven for a couple of days. It was a 5 days, 4 nights cruise. It was like being in heaven for 4 days. I've never felt like I was in heaven before. For me, other people have complained, and it depends the experience you had on the cruise. I was like, this is heaven. You're on the cruise, There's food 24 hours a day, whatever you want. Food, not alcohol. You had to pay for the alcohol. That was the only thing. You had a little card that they gave you before the cruise. You paid up, so you filled up the card with a certain amount of money. So you don't even have to have money on the cruise or a credit card or anything. I mean, you should have it for when you get off the ship and you want to spend in the ports and stuff. But let me get a drink. I could organize a cruise. That would be fun. That's what I went on a cruise that was organized by this other guy. He had this meetup group, and if you want to go on the cruise, and I could do that, organize a cruise, and I got oh, well, there's a whole video on my show about it in the past. But I ended up having to make it, but I didn't have to pay her side. I just got the whole room for the price of half a room. It was so cool. It would have been okay to have a roommate. You only go to the room to sleep. When you go on a cruise, you're never in the room. You go to the room to change, to go back out, or to sleep. You're never in the room. So, having a roommate, it would have cost me really cheap so I had to room with some woman that I wouldn't, I didn't know, but we would have met because there was this meet and greet before the cruise. So I would do the same. Like if I organized a cruise, I would do the exact same thing. Well, for the locals, or we could do a meet and greet on Zoom. So then you could meet who was going to be your roommate before the cruise. Oh, I got to turn this way. It's so hot. Woo, that's hot. So hot. My gosh. August and Florida. All right. I'm standing. I've got a portable air conditioner. Part of the reason I moved out of the garage because the air conditioner up on the wall broke. I can't even turn it. I can't even get it to turn. So that's going to have to get replaced. But in the meantime, I bought a portable air conditioner, which isn't as good. It helps, but I'm going to have to get a fan too. So anyway, that's a whole. So yeah, I could do it. I could organize trips. You know, maybe I just need to focus on something like that. I don't know. I talk a lot. All right. Who's talking? Grand Rising, everyone. Okay. Um, all right. What time is it? Okay. 20, about 19 minutes till my show starts. Okay. What's my first item? I just put this here as an example. I'm actually not going to be showing this one. Oh, I could start taking the pictures so that I start uploading them. That will save me time on the show. So this one, it's all wrinkly, but, and I'm going to see, for example, on Poshmark, I'm going to offer this red size 10 dress, and I'm going to throw in this Santa hat for free. Yeah, this thing cost, I think, $2.99. You know, I bought it as a decoration. So I'll throw in this Santa hat. So I'll take a picture like this. And see, that's one of my, it's not a Halloween costume. Oh, shoot. I gotta find it. That's the other thing. I gotta find a better place to show clothes. Right now I'm showing them here. I actually bought, but the room is so messy. Oh, I just sold something. That was Etsy. Did you hear that? Cha-ching. Selling on Etsy is fun too, because you download a seller's app, and every time you make a sale, it goes cha-ching. I already know it's probably the do-rag pattern. I have a do-rag pattern. Let me see. Well, it's always the do-rag pattern. I mean, if I sold, I'm curious to see what I sold. I'm pretty sure it was the pattern. Let's see. Ordered one item. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was the pattern. Okay. I kind of knew it, but I've got a pea coat for sale on Etsy as a vintage. I also have it for sale on Poshmark. So I was thinking maybe the pea coat sold, but it didn't. All right. So I'm going to first, you know, we're way early. Oh, maybe there's got to be a way to. All right. There we go. Like that. And I'll take a picture so then I can upload it to my shop. Because if I do it during the show, I got to show my back to the viewers. And all right. Sell. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll do a quick list during the show. And also, the Posh shows you get really good deals because the person will sell it, like even me. In my shop, I'm selling, for example, one of the blouses for $32. But during the shows, the sellers kind of want to sell something. So they'll go pretty low. I even do it. I end up losing money because, you know I paid more than what I'm selling it for sometimes. But this last one, I don't know what happened. I lost everything. I sold this dress for $7. I don't know what happened. Or maybe it was the first things I sold. I sold some chinos for $7. That was like a giveaway. I sold 4 pairs of used chinos. Another friend gave me those. For $7, size, medium size, and those sold the minute I put them on there. So if you want to get rid of decent clothing, it can't be in poor condition. Like you can't sell a T-shirt that's got pills all over it and a rip. It's got to be wearable, relatively wearable, which those pants were. So for getting rid of hoarding, if you don't want to make money, definitely Poshmark, Etsy, sell. Amazon I wouldn't suggest because you've got to pay Amazon $3 a month now. I looked into Amazon. That's for someone who has more experience because you're paying $30 a month, and if you don't sell anything, you're losing $30 a month. So I'd say Amazon now. I don't know what eBay is doing, but Amazon is now for someone who's got some experience. But so you should start with Etsy or Poshmark. Those of you who are watching, for all my silly advice that I give. Okay, it's getting time to start the show. 0 people waiting. I'm not very well known over there on and I'm going to end this, and I'm going to open up the that's what I forgot. I'm going to end this show now. I'm ready to start my Poshmark show, and I'm going to do the ASMR channel. I'm going to try it over there and see if I get luck having people sign up to Poshmark and follow me, because that's a goal too. Even if nobody spends money, getting followers is like with anything, followers and activity and viewers, gets you more popular. So I'll use my ASMR followers if they want to be used, and they don't have to spend any money. So I kind of like that. They're welcome to spend money if they'd like to. You're welcome. If you see something you like, of course, please buy it. All right. Let me have another drink. I'm gonna get more water. Here. Oh, that's fine. All right. All right, so bye guys. I'm hanging up here. I don't even remember my login password for the other channel. I haven't been on it in so long. So I'm gonna end here. Go on over to my ASMR channel if you still, or go over to Poshmark, which I'm starting over there in 13 minutes. But I'm gonna start up on my ASMR channel now. I hope I don't disappoint people. And I've got to try to remain soft-spoken. I don't have my acrylic nails. I wonder if I should do it yet. I'm not ready. See, for my ASMR channel, I'm getting nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, my nails aren't done. I had my acrylic nails. I cut them off because they were driving me nuts. I can't do anything with them. They're so long. I'm going to get them done again, a little bit shorter. Yeah, I even cut the little flowers. See, I had a flower, but I couldn't do anything. And they started peeling off, and I would bump them and it would hurt. Ow. I just remembered. Ow, it was this finger. I even felt the pain just now when I remembered. So weird. Yeah, I just remembered the moment when I did it, and I just remembered. Ow. Oh, stop thinking about it. All right. So now I'm scared to go on the ASMR channel. I am not ready. I'm not ready. I'm going to do this show. I'm not going to try to get next week. I'm going to do the Halloween show again, and I'm going to be more prepared. I'm going to advertise it more. I'm going to advertise it on the ASMR channel, and I'm going to advertise it chewing gum. See, the thing with Poshmark doesn't, and I'm wondering if I get up to Posh Ambassador by sharing all those, I wonder if then the shows, maybe then the shows do get saved. Because my shows don't get saved. They get saved over here on YouTube because I'm doing it through a different source. I wonder, let me see that. Let me go into here to Poshmark. I was getting ready to say bye, and now I got cold feet. I don't want to go to the ASMR channel. I'm afraid. I feel so judged over there. I feel judged. I feel like, oh, she didn't do this right. People are nice to me. It's not like anybody said anything, but all right. All right, here we go. So let me go to my show here. My closet. See why? My closet. Oh, yeah. So if you go to my closet, there is a little advertisement there saying that I'm going live. And you tap on that. And then it takes you right to the show so you can wait for the show to start. And there I am in my Halloween costume from a few years ago, which I don't have now. I have the dress. Heck, I could sell that dress. Actually, I had a pair of these really funny, like Frankenstein looking shoes. Where did I put those? Oh, those would be awesome to sell today. Yeah, I gotta. Where did I put those? See, I gotta go through all this hoarding, and are they in? Not in there. There might be shoes. Right, I'm just gonna so, all right, well, dude, I can't find them. They're really good. They look like Frankenstein shoes. I found these boots. I'm going to offer these for sale. They were cheap. I bought these on Wish back when Wish was a thing. Now it's Temu. But yeah, they're cute. I used them like once. So I'm a 7.5. So these would go with one of the, you could go as a sexy pirate if you're a woman. So, all right, I'm going to, or man could use it too, but they're small. So I don't know if it'll fit them. There, I have some Tango shoes. I love those shoes, though. I don't think I want to part with those. Yeah, these are for sale. I love these so much, but they're size 7 and they hurt my feet. They're so beautiful. I used them once. I bought them vintage. They're used. I bought them on Poshmark. I'm reposhing these. They're not for Halloween though, but they are so elegant. And I used them with when I got my suitcase stolen, I had a pair. And the suitcase got stolen. I lost them. They're Cole Haan sandals. They're like the most beautiful sandals I've ever seen in my life. If, this is my style. Anyway, what happened? Well, so I found them in size 7, but they're too small. So I used them one. And I had this polka dot dress that was not expensive, but it was so cute. I used it so much and it got stolen. Every time I think of that, I get so annoyed. And it was not expensive stuff. It was all stuff I bought at Ross, or bought, the Posh, Posh. But it's stuff that I can't find again. Because on Focus, that dress I bought in 2012, something like that. 2000, when I first started working, after my divorce. So that was, how many years is that? I had that dress. Well, when it got stolen, it was like 2020. So 21, and it never wore out. And it was, it was made of kind of that lycra material that you don't have to. I loved that dress. It never went out of style. It was a very basic style. It never goes out of style. Those are the clothes I try to sell as well. So that you buy them now and you could still use them. Maybe you'll set them aside for a year or two and then you'll use them again, or whatever, or you just keep using. But that was that dress. And I even was thinking when this dress gets worn out, I'm gonna disassemble it and copy. It was gathered up in the, very simple, basic. On Focus has simple, very, very basic, simple, and designs, patterns. But they've got that little extra touch. And the thing is, lately I haven't seen them in Ross anymore. I don't know what happened to the company, or if they're just producing less nice things. Because I go to Ross, I'll occasionally see an On Focus dress, but they're not as nice as they used to be. And they used to do party wear too, party wear as well as work wear, and they go hand in hand, because the more formal offices are almost, sometimes they look like, a step under party wear, So it's interesting. Working as a temp, you get exposed to so many different office cultures. If you're a kind of person that can't sit still, you may decide to temp or be a contract secretary, which is a little more difficult because you got to sell yourself and work directly with companies. You could start your own temp agency and temp yourself out, as well as a couple of your friends. You start your own LLC. Another one of my ideas that I was thinking of doing that I'm just not, And it doesn't take an investment. It takes you selling yourself and someone saying, all right, I'll, come, we need you to do this job. You tell them how much, maybe lump sum or something. You're basically contracting yourself out, so you don't lose money, but you got to sell yourself, and it's cold sales. So that's the hard part with any business. You got to find people who want to use your service or your product, and you got to have a tough skin. Another one of now that I'm older, I care less. But when I was younger, I didn't have I'd get rejected. Like if I was trying to sell something, I'd be like all feeble, like, you want to buy this? But I got a little tougher. Again, Etsy or Poshmark is a good segue into owning your own business. And you don't have a lot of the struggles. You may not be successful, but you're not afraid to fail because you haven't invested a lot. So I don't know. I just think it's the best thing for people who maybe aren't the greatest students in school. You learn as you go, and what you don't earn in money, because you might, like I said, first sale, that's why you don't want to start big with huge numbers. Start with selling a little macrame. My little stepdaughter, when she was young, she made a macrame bracelet. So I put it in my shop along with all my stuff, and it sold, and how a boost to her confidence and her self-esteem. And today she's a young lady that works somewhere. She has her steady job, and she's always got her side hustle, and she's okay. She's making it on her own, which is pretty hard for any young person. Anyway, I'm talking too much, and it's almost time to start the show. 2 more minutes. Oh my gosh, you guys, I got to stop talking so much. What's wrong with me? All right, let me put these shoes down. Oh, I got to move this because that's... And I can't find the Frankenstein shoes, but I don't want to be searching around while the show is on. Where did I put the Frankenstein shoes? Come on. I had them in a bag with a bunch of other things that I thought were cool for Halloween. Oh, I think I found them. Yay! I found them. All right, I found them. So I got these I call them Frankenstein shoes. They're I bought them in the predominantly black part of town years ago. And then this kind of shoe was in style. I think what they would do is they would buy them like as a base shoe, maybe paint them, which still could be done. If you're an artist, you may decide to buy these and paint something on them. Like even on the heel part, that's another thing I just thought of now. Or at the time I saw them, I said, oh, I'm getting those because they look like Frankenstein shoes. And they're size 7 again. But these ran a bit large. I think they fit me okay. Anyway, City Snappers, they're called. City Snappers. So I got to take a picture of these. And I did use them. They've been used. I used them once when I was in that great job in Washington, D.C. My friend used them. She dressed up at my friend, my coworker. She was my friend, too, at work. Never spoke to anyone again. When you quit a job or when you leave on bad terms, you don't stay in touch. With the people are afraid to stay in touch with you too, because whatever, that's their living, and they're afraid to be associated with you if you're, there's a few, and there's probably legal repercussions as well. So anyway, but I like that girl so much. I really liked her. Anyway, I probably never will see her again. Unless if she contacts me, if you're watching me, you know who you are. I'm not going to say your name. We were great friends. I don't know if they find this channel. I'm friends. I loved all those people so much. I really liked that job. It was hard for me when I decided to quit, and I don't regret it. But I guess I didn't realize I was going to miss the people as much as I do, because the people were so nice, And then I left on bad terms, so maybe a lot of them thought I was a different person. That it was a bad time, COVID time and. All right. Oh, it's time to start the show. Look at me blabbing. All right. I'm going to start the show. I'm not ready. I didn't take the pictures I said I was going to take. Let's get going. Okay. I'm starting the show. I'm going to start ignoring you guys. I'm not going to go on the ASMR channel. They're gorgeous. Oh, you like these shoes? Size 7. Tell me your size. I'll go see. I bought them years ago. I don't know if I can find them again. But yeah, and I can imagine an artist painting them, but they've been used 2 or 3 times as a costume. But yeah, imagine painting all flowery stuff, or dressing up as a 60s. Oh, let me start the show. And I'm going to start talking to those guys and not talking so much to you guys. Okay. 2 people. Did the show start? Oh, I joined. Okay. Hello, everyone. Oh, okay. I'm still learning. Okay. Okay. I see some people already added some listings. So we're going to add those right away. Spark. Oh, that was me. We added that. Oh, no, we got some likes. Oh, yeah. Oh, here's another thing we can do. Follow the watchers, viewers. I didn't realize I could do this, but as I was preparing the show, I realized that you can also, oh, you see the ugly, I put that air conditioner right on me. If the sound of the air conditioner is bothering you, let me know. It's very hot. You can share from any shop. So you can go to any shop that you like, and you don't have to share only from your shop. You can share to my show. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I can share from any shop. Well, try it. I think you can share from any shop. I think. I'm not sure. I'm going to try it on another show someday. But anyway. All right. So we're going to start. Okay, I'm going to start with this one that I have to take a picture of, actually. I'm going to add the listing. Oh, no, I took a picture of it already. I have the photo. I took a picture before I started. I was talking to my YouTubers. I've got my YouTubers over here watching. If my YouTubers want to buy anything or to get a better angle on the clothes, you have to go to Poshmark. All right, so I took a picture of this first item that I'm going to talk about in a moment once I list it. The picture didn't come out. Okay. Oh, wait. This app can only access the photos you select. Photos. All right, whatever. I'm going to take a picture of it again. I thought I did, but this could be a Mrs. Claus outfit. Now, we're going to be doing Halloween ideas, but, I'm starting late in the year, and this is more for, obviously, Christmas time, or some people, if you want, you can go as Mrs. Claus for Halloween. But I was thinking more closer to Christmas, if you have little children and you want to set up where the children visit Santa Claus. Sometimes they do that for fundraisers. Take your picture with Santa Claus. This could be Mrs. Claus, and I'll throw in this free. This is a size 10 dress from the Limited. It's red. It's been in something, obviously in a trunk or something. It's been to the cleaners, though. So the person, it's a friend of mine who didn't want it anymore. I said, "Oh, give it to me. I'll see if I could sell it as a Mrs. Claus outfit." Size 10. It's going to go to about, it's past the knee. It's just, I'm guessing, it's going to be just past the knee. So, or just hitting the knee. Yeah, it looks like, I can't judge exactly. I'm trying to hold it up to my shoulders. So it's about knee length. A little shorter maybe, or just hitting your knee. It's just a basic dress. It looks like it's made of, it's got, it's going to be form-fitting for you, size 10. You see, and it's nice, form-fitting but not tight. That's why I like it. It's not a stretch material. It's not, it's got very little give. It doesn't stretch. It's kind of like the texture of a thick denim. The texture, it's not denim. I'll tell you what the material is in a moment. It is made, it's got a lining, it's the Limited, decent quality. But, the lining is going to be acetate. Oh, here we go. Machine washable. Oh, goodness. I don't have my glasses. Shoot. It says 100% acetate. That's the lining. a polyester cotton blend. Yeah, I figured it was. It's polyester cotton blend. So I'm going to guess throwing it in the wash and maybe a warm dryer, not hot. You may want to put a warm iron over it, not hot iron again, because polyester more heat. But, be careful. When you see on the iron the different levels and they say silk, polyester, linen, cotton, follow that. Cotton and linen can take higher heat. Polyester takes less heat because it melts. So, pay attention to the iron. They have those for a reason. So when you're about to iron it, look what the product is and then put it on the polyester level. I think you're safer. Don't put it on the cotton level. All right. Blah, blah, blah. There's a side strip, a side zipper. All right. So I'm going to take did I take the picture? I'm going to put this on listed it was given to me for free. So I'll list it for, the zipper's a little stuck. Let me hang it back up. Any questions about it? Okay. Hello, Marcelo on YouTube. Marcelo. And another thing, any of you who have something in your shop or know of a shop that has something to add to for example, I have the dress and the hat for a size 10. Now, there may be shoes out there. Look on Poshmark. Maybe you want to get black boots. Oh, here we go. This just occurred to me. Wow, this could go with a lot of outfits. Maybe you want to be a sexy Mrs. Claus. For an adult party. You might not do this for a children's party. You might want to use flatter shoes. But maybe you're going to a grown-up party for Christmas, or Halloween, and you want to dress up as Mrs. Claus. These are size 7 boots. I bought them at Wish. Also not expensive. Maybe I could throw these in as a bundle. Use your imagination. And I am going to eventually offer this as a bundle in my shop. But all right, blah blah blah. I talk too much. If I talk this much about every costume, all right, that's there. So I think I'll ask. I think I spent more for this hat than I did for. Oh, one of the things fell off already. Something fell off. Something red fell off here already. So, well, anyway. Yeah, the hat is really, it's just made of felt. It's not, anything. But I'll throw that in. All right. So, let's, hello? How come I can't take a picture? All right, I want to take a picture. What's wrong with my camera? What's wrong with my camera? Okay. Okay, I see people are sharing listings. Great, I'm so happy. Great. Oh, look at those cute costumes. Oh my goodness, for children. Oh, yay. I'm adding them all to the show. We got some great Halloween costumes, you guys. Some are even set up already better than mine are. So let's run one of those while I try to figure out what the heck is wrong with this. All right. Let's run this size medium. All right, I'll start from the one at the bottom. Okay, we'll do it. Request to auction, Heather Pyro. Heather Pyro. Okay, go ahead and auction. That's only $10. And I want to, oh, look, I can invite the person to be on screen to talk about the item. Because here's my issue. Heather, if you're there, auction in progress. We got 7 more. Heather Pyro, if you're there, because I have trouble opening up to read about it. There you go, for Halloween. Get ready for Halloween. This is a gently used female police officer costume. Here, let's do a start buy now. I'm going to do a buy now because I got to practice. Get ready for Halloween. This is a gently used female police officer costume with faux hat. Size medium, pit to pit, 16 and a quarter inches. Length from neck to hem, 36 inches. which sounds like about around the knee. It's kind of, is it a sexy police officer or is it a, no, it's a, okay, it could be a little bit. I've seen police officer costume. It depends. Again, if it's an adult or if it's an adult one or if it's a children's Halloween costume, obviously you got to wear other outfits. All right, so let's do the next shared listing. Oh, and I think I got some more already. All right, that's that one. Okay, I'll do this one. Heather Pro, that's you again. Halloween costume. I'm going to invite you on, Heather Pro. How do we do this? I go like this, and you can accept. Oh, wait, that didn't work. Oh, it's working now. I can open the listing because I'd like to try inviting people on the show as well. Now I can open the listing. Okay, so Heather Pyro, request to auction. Okay, you can auction it, and I'll tap it open, and I'll read what it says on your listing. Okay, now it works. Before it wasn't working. So now we have, is that a maid? I went as a maid once. Here, time to get ready for Halloween. Sexy French maid costume, including headband and feather duster. Skirt has a petticoat. One size fits most. Pit to pit 12 inches, but stretches to 18 inches. Neck to hemline 36 inches. All right. So there's that one. Did we auction it? Oh, did Heather Pro leave? Okay, that one's running. It's only $18. So that's over in Heather Pyro's shop. Okay, we're auctioning it again. $10 for this maid's costume, which I went as a French maid some years ago. I had put together my own costume as well. And I used the tango shoes. Maybe you've seen it in the advertisement for my, I might put my own maid's French costume as well in my shop, the one that I wore. All right. So that one's done. Okay, let's see who else is sharing. Day of the Dead. This is going to be Day of the Dead by CLGN 82. Request to auction. Oh, and then I'm going to do my listing. I'll do CLGN 82. I'll do yours, both of yours, and then I'll do mine, and then I'll start with the other people. I'll try to get to Day of the Dead. Oh, let me read it. It says, okay, I'm getting the hang of it now. I can now open. Yesterday I wasn't able to open. There, you see all the pictures there. I'm seeing Day of the Dead mask and hat Halloween costume set. It's being auctioned for, oh, it's a request to auction, but I think Mr. CLGN left. So, it's in his shop for $13. You can see there. I'll start a buy now. Oh, but still, I don't think you can do a buy now unless he accepts it. Let's see, start a buy now. Oh, the buy now is on there for $13, but that's what he has it in his shop. So, okay, there we go. We did that one. Let me do his other one, CLGN, he or she, a 4-piece bumblebee request to auction. I should do the buy now because it looks like Mr. CLGN left. So, but he's got a 4-piece bumblebee for, it looks like for little baby. Oh my goodness, so cute. My little girl my little niece went as a chicken. Her first Halloween. Isn't that cute? So, okay, let's start the buy now. $15 for that one. And then I'm going to do mine, and then I'll go see who else is sharing. I know it takes a while when you get people sharing. So that's the bumblebee. We're going to end the buy now. Right. Piece. I see a few more shared listings I'm going to add. Okay, I'm going to add them. I'm going to add the shared listings. These reborn florals. I added those. I see reborn. Tay Morris. Put in the chat, how would those be used for Halloween? Like, I can imagine the stuff I'm thinking, they're either costumes already, or I can imagine them as costumes. Yours are nice dresses. They would definitely work in my career wear So I think I might favorite them to put them in my career wear ones. But that, unless you put in the chat how those would be used as Halloween costumes, I'm going to have to be a little more selective. I got 5 viewers. That's good. All right. So, okay. Oh, I didn't realize it was Halloween costume. Oh, that's fine. But I'm going to favorite them anyway because, oh, where did I put it? My closet. No, what am I doing? Oh, I'll try to find them again because they would definitely work in my career wear. I do shows for career wear a lot. Like that's what I mainly try to sell in my shop is career wear for the office. And those blouses would work. But I don't, oh, here, maybe I could find them again. Shared listings. Oh, here they are. So, yeah, they've got likes. So I'm going to, oh, to favorite them, I can't. I have to go to them. Okay, I'll figure out how to, oh, I'll follow you, Tay Morris, because I see that you do have, okay. Thanks. Okay. All right. I got to get to my, okay, I'm going to list this Mama Claus outfit. Quick list. I'm going to take a picture. It's not working. I don't know why. Why can't I take a picture? I always have issues. I need to have like someone working my, I can't take pictures with, let me see if I can take pictures not using Poshmark, but using my phone and then upload it somehow. Oh, I know what happened. I took pictures with the other phone. Okay. Sorry, guys. Come on. Where is my camera? Here it is. This is my parents' phone. So, all right, let's see. I took a picture, right? So I have a picture. All right, of that. But like, I'd like to be able to take the picture directly from Poshmark, and I'm not able to do that. So, all right, let's open Poshmark again. Let me go back to my show. My show. Where is it? My Posh Show. And I'm in there. Oh, 6 viewers. Oh. All right, now upload. All right, let me just put another one. Let's put this one in there for now. This is a cosplay. I'll do it by now while I'm trying to upload my next. This is a cosplay outfit. I'll read about it in a moment. I'm going to try to get a picture of this thing. Quick list. Photo. Okay, at least the picture can get on that way. All right, so I'm listing this one. Next, Mrs. Claus outfit. Mrs. Claus dress with hat, with free hat. You know, you got to throw in the value added. Would be, I don't know if there is a costumes category. Women. Pants, jumpsuit. I don't think they have costumes. Global and traditional wear, it wouldn't go there. The other option, let's see, category. Is there a costumes category? Pets, home, kids, men. No, all right, I guess I'll just do women's dresses. It's not a mini. You know, when it's to the knee, all right, I'm going to say a midi. It's not really a midi and it's not a mini. It's when it's just to the mid knee, it's hard. You kind of have to guess. So, but it's form fitting. If you've got boobs, it'll hold you nicely. It's got darts. Ah, shoot. When an item has darts in the bust area, it is going to make you look good. It'll make you look, you know, nicely shaped. But it's not going to see how it kind of suits your bust. Those are the darts going here. They're dart seams, actually. It's a French seam. It's called a French seam on the side, and that gives you a nicer form. You know, it fills you out better. And if you don't have boobies, you might want to stick in a little bit. Oh, here, YouTubers, you know, you might have your stuffing or whatever you use. But But see, you can even see the form on the costume on the dress even before you put it on. So if you're a size 10, it'll be almost like a little bit of a bra. You'll still need a bra, but all right. Of course, I still didn't upload it because I'm still talking. Let me just move on to the next. Oh, what did I do to my YouTubers? Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I dropped you on the floor. Are you okay? Oh, guys, I hope you're all right. Are you okay, guys? Talk to me. Are you all right? I threw my YouTubers on the floor. Oh, goodness. And the plastic thing came off. Oh, goodness. All right. I am definitely going to have to start live streaming all from one venue because, live stream. Oh, goodness. Sorry, you guys. I got to try to line you up. Okay, let me put you guys here. All right, there we go. That's a little better. You won't have the best angle. Okay, nobody bought that one. All right, let's end the buy now. Let me upload my... This is a size 10. There we go. We're listing. And I'm going to... All right. We're going to auction it. I could do it for $10. I'll do it for $9. People like to be in the single digits. I'll do it for $9. I'll do it for 60 seconds. All right, I'm going to cheat. It's supposed to be 30 seconds, but since I run the show, I'm going to cheat. So do this. $9. $9 for a Mrs. Claus outfit. You could use it for Halloween and then reuse it around Christmas time if you're Christian and you want to do a fundraiser with children. It's not a sexy Mrs. Claus. It's a normal, it's a kind of dress that some women would wear to work. I don't wear red dresses. I wear red dresses to parties, Christmas parties. Oh, here's the other thing. That's a Mrs. Claus. Auction in progress, 23 more seconds. But let's say you want to do here. Maybe you want to allude to Mrs. Claus, but you don't want to actually really, you can allude to a young Mrs. Claus. For example, use your imagination. If you want an excuse to get sexy, you could say, oh, I'm Mrs. Claus, but when she was 20. Let's say you were a 20-year-old girl or something, and then wear this kind of, it's not super sex. I mean, as far as American standards, it's not completely backless. It's just got a very slightly draping cowl in the back. So it's just a little bit. It's like the cowl goes to like here. It's not like all down here. You could probably get away with just a strapless bra. You wouldn't have to get any kind of tapies or pasties. They call them tapies. Or it could be an actual Christmas dress, party dress, a red dress, but very, clingy. It's made of, it says satin, and cowls that hang because it's a cowl in the back. I think if I were 20 and thin, you have to be thin. It's a small for this one. And then those boots, again, you've got the long, sexy dress, and then you've got the hat. If you want, you could wear this long dress with these boots. Oops. Oh, goodness. And I think the dress has a slit where the boot would show through, or no. Okay, no, there's no slits. There's no slits on the side. So it's pretty modest as far as spaghetti straps go. There's no slit in the bottom of the dress where your legs will not be flying out there showing. But even so, the high-heeled boots, they'll be under. You'll just see the bottom of the boots. But, when you sit down or cross your legs, you'll have a lot of coverage and the boots will be, showing. You'll be playing peekaboo. So this is, in my opinion, for the United States, it's sexy enough, but it's covering you enough, where you could work it just the right amount of sexy. It's always, you want the goal where you want to try to look accidentally sexy. in a way. You know, sure, spaghetti straps are pretty obviously sexy. I mean, but maybe the cowl is sort of an accident. Oops, oh, on top of that, ooh, you could see the top of her back. Like the men will be saying to each other. Now, they won't even say it to each other. They'll think it to themselves. Oh, her back is short. You know, it's sort of like they're trying. I don't know who I'm talking to. I assume I'm talking to women or people who understand. Men respond to, was she sexy on purpose or was that accidental? You know, that's what I try to promote with the clothes I sell in my shop, even with my office clothes. So I am toying with the sexiness thing. I'm not a completely modest, but within modesty, and the reason this is important, especially in the United States, because we have so many cultures here. We now even have a lot of cultures of Muslims that are coming as refugees that are from countries where the women have always been covered up from head to toe, and that's their culture, or have been quite covered up, maybe not from head to, you know, but there are different levels of cover that are considered acceptable. And in the United States, we range from, I pointed this out yesterday, Brazilians who come from a culture where you can walk in a thong down the street, and at most someone might just look and whistle, but carry on with their life. You know, that'll be the men. And you look at you, obviously you're walking with a thong down the street. I mean, how innocent are we? You know, men have to learn to control themselves too, for goodness sakes. I mean, we have to be able to toy with the sexiness, and both sides understand that it's just the game of the chase. You know, we're losing that now, also that game. And I don't want to call it a game, but that's what it is, the game of love, if you will, because eventually what nature, or whatever you want to call it, we eventually want to find that person, that other, that significant other. And part of the game, at least in most cultures, is for the women to attract the man using her physical, what she can use. Obviously, every woman has different level of what she's willing to show and what she can show, it's just very, very, it's getting too long. It's getting too long. I'm just trying to sell clothes here. But I took fashion design classes, and a lot of it, we went into anthropological studies of why people dress, you know, different forms of dress in different cultures, traditional dress versus style, costume versus real life. You know, some real life clothes like this can be made into a costume. But it's just, it's fascinating. It's fascinating. I love fashion. And not because it's pretty women. There's a whole study and theory behind it. Anyway, I probably didn't even take a picture of the dress. I didn't load it. I'm off on my tangents. I give lectures. Almost giving lectures that you might hear in fashion school. If anyone's interested in fashion school, I did go to fashion school. I didn't end up having the drive to become a fashion designer, but it was so fascinating. And I learned a lot about marketing. And part of it is appealing to your insecurities. The Mrs. with the free hat. Okay. Okay, I got to do this other one. Well, all of marketing, it's appealing to a need or an insecurity. Sometimes you really need it. Like you need a cell phone in part. You do these days. You need clothes. You can't walk around naked. It gets cold. You know, so part of marketing is to what you need. And then part of it is your insecurity. Oh, you need a dress that's going to accentuate your bust and minimize your hips, for example, is a common thing that whether we say it openly or not, we used to say it openly. Just when I was, you know, it was openly. You would buy clothes to accentuate your bust and minimize your hips because that was the style, to have a V shape. So obviously the women who had wider hips felt hard. I was lucky for a portion of that time because I was overweight, but it was all up here. So I was big on top And the look we were trying, they wanted you to have a flat stomach, though. I was big on top and I had a big stomach. But I could just kind of hide my stomach and use shoulder pads with cardigans. Saved me many times because I would get cardigans with the shoulder pads. So that would lift up the thing a little. So then it would make my stomach look, you wouldn't, the cardigan wouldn't be pushing against my stomach. So it would be kind of looking like you didn't know if there was a stomach or not under there is what I'm trying to say. You could kind of hide it a little bit. I mean, if you move too much, people would see the stomach, but so I'm always cardigans and anyway, I'm going off topic. I got to stick to the Halloween show. It's a Halloween show, guys. Let me take a picture of this sexy Santa dress. Oh, actually, I have it in the shop already. I don't need to. All right. Next item. Let's do another one of my items, and then I'll do one of your guys' items. All right. Do I have some more shared listings? So, I got some more here. Kim Rogers, Handmade Kids. All right, I'll put those in. I can't really tell what they are. Cat toys. No, I'm not going to put the cat toys because it's supposed to be a Halloween costume. And then this one, Ellie wrote. I'll add these two from Kim Rogers and that's H040. The others, I'll look at them again. It looked like they were cat toys, though. Cat toys are not what the show's about. Let me just quick look at that one. I'll look at them later, but they look like cat toys, so both of them do. So I'm not gonna. If Ellie Grode, if you're there, tell me what the Nobo spooky thing is. It doesn't look like a costume. If it's a cat costume, I'll do it. But if it's a cat toy or something, I won't. All right, I'll do it because I can't see what it is. So I'm adding it to the show. All right. Black Panther Kids. Are you there, Becky Good? I just grabbed that at random right now. Request to auction. Oh, hi, he will. Today I'm doing, there, Becky Good. Okay, I'm doing request to auction. A little off track here. I'm going to do my Frankenstein shoes next. So that's I forgot to read. Black Panther Kid, Black Panther outfit for I'll run the auction again because I didn't read it. So Black Panther Kids costume is running for $50 auction. Brand new in the package, Kids Avengers, Black Panther light up suit and mask. So $50. Okay, I'll start it. I'll do it one more time, the auction for the Black Panther outfit because I hadn't read what it said. So it's a size medium, 8 to 10 for children. And it's usually $65 down from $79. And it is being auctioned now for $50. So if you have a child about size 8 to 10, what's that, about age 8 to 10? I don't know how children's sizes work. It's probably like a 6 or 7-year-old, actually, right? I'm trying to think from my godson, but I don't buy him many clothes, so I don't remember. All right. So that's that one. I'm going to do my Frankenstein clothes now. I mean, my Frankenstein shoes. So again, I'm going to try to add them, quick list. And for some reason, I can't get to the camera through Poshmark. Why is that happening? Oh, it didn't work. Okay. I'm going to take a picture of my Frankenstein shoes right now. And I'm about to list these. These are a size 7. Oh, let me get a picture so I can switch to that. Unfortunately, I have to leave Poshmark and get the pictures separately. And I'm getting bad pictures. I'm going to have to then later get better pictures. But, I got my drink there. Hang on. All right. Actually, that's fine. Royal Caribbean, free advertising. Maybe they'll want to pay me. And my Husqvarna in the background. All right, there we go. I'll just, okay, I got a picture of them. It's just going to be a quick list. So I'm going to sell these Frankenstein size 7 women's shoe for, one moment, got to list it first. Where'd I go? Here we are. I'm going to add a listing, quick list. The person whose last item is there is lucky because while I'm busy listing the next item, they get their item listed. Okay, I'm adding this one. Let me make it Frankenstein shoes. I'll just call them platform. Lace platform shoes. I don't even know if they're leather. Platform disco shoes. You know, you could buy these if you're an artist and paint. Platform shoes, size 7. Shoes, size 7. And then I'm going to put in the category. I mean, I'll put, it's really size 7 women, I'll say. But like a child could use them, you know. A child with a foot that fits a size 7 woman, you know, a larger child. Shoes, platforms, done. All right, size 7, about to list them. Okay, there we go. List, and now I gotta find them here. Okay, there they go. So these are the shoes, and they're lace. You know, the name of the brand is called City Snappers. I gotta look up that brand. And I used them once, and a friend of mine used them in the office, and then I let her take them home because she used them to give trick-or-treat. So see, the bottoms are clean. She hasn't used them out on the street. She used them in the office because we dressed up in Halloween costumes in our office back when I worked at that job. And then she took them home because that night she was giving out trick-or-treat candy, and she wanted to wear the costume to give candy to the kids. So she used it that night. So, you know, they've been used indoors twice. And then I think I tried them on for sure and walked around in them. I might have used them also once. But, you know, they're practically new. This one, and they're 2, and they lace up, and they're funny. Size 7 women's. Oh, let me do the start buy now. I'm just going to sell them for, I don't have any freebies to throw in. I don't have any. I might throw in a freebie if I don't, you know, we'll see. I might throw in a freebie by surprise. So I'm going to do a buy now. No, I'm going to do an auction. I think these are the coolest. And if you're an artist, even more so. I'll do them for $9 because I know people like single digits. I'll do them for $8. I probably paid 10. You know, I usually never pay more than $9.99 for anything that's, I know I didn't pay a lot for them. So they look like they're, it doesn't say what the materials are, because that makes a difference. I think it's, oh, here we go. All man-made materials. No, these are not leather. And actually you can tell they're not leather because they're starting to peel a little bit here, for example. When the top starts to peel, so, you know, they're dirty. I mean, you know, maybe I should do $3 too, now that I'm looking at them. Because if you use them to go out trick-or-treating, they're going to get messed up. If you use them to actually go outside and party and go dancing and whatever, they're going to get completely trashed. So I'll let's be honest. And the bottom is like not even, yeah, it's like that stuff that children use. Heck, you know what? If these don't sell, I'm going to copy. What's this, balsa wood? That's got to be wood. That can't be wood. But it's a very lightweight wood. The sewing is very well done. They're very sturdy. I'm tempted to keep them and deconstruct them and copy them, but I wouldn't do it. I would deconstruct them and I'd have a bunch of deconstructed shoes that I can't even sell. So $3. All right, so I'm gonna auction them for 60 seconds for $3 starting price. And if you want them, size 7 Frankenstein looking shoes. If you're an artist, you could paint on them because once they're gonna hold together, they're not gonna get trashed as far as getting ruined. The soles are soft, so if you're gonna go out in public, the soles are gonna get messed up. And then redoing the soles, but you could paint over once all of the whatever this stuff is, it's man-made material, once that peels off. But see, I don't think so, because I think this part is real suede. This part seems like it's real suede. That's actually leather. The linings. Because that's not peeling. It got dirty. And then it's peeling off, and you can see the white underneath. But an artist could do a lot of interesting things with this. So if you're an artist, 5 more seconds. Nobody? Come on, $3, and they're funny shoes. Okay. Well, I'll put them in my listings. All right. Next, I'll do one more of mine, and then I'll do one of you all's. Oh, more shared listings. All right, I'm going to add the shared listings to the list, though. So if you guys see something in the shared listings that you want me to run, okay, no, those are not. I'm doing Halloween costumes. So what people just posted are not Halloween. There's some jewelry there. Yeah, so no, there's no Halloween. Okay, I'll run this one. I'm just, I'm good. Oh, it says junior. Okay, I'm going to run these. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. 31. Wait, I'm getting a lot of lists. Wait a minute. I'm getting confused. Okay, these are leggings. Okay, juniors, no boundaries. They look like leggings. Okay, those will work. So no boundaries, extra large, 15 to 17. So it's a large child. Legging. No bow, spooky legging. Let's start the request to auction. All right, $3 is the lowest you can go. $5 is an awesome deal, guys. So you can just buy them for $5. They're leggings featuring spiders and spider webs. It's for an extra large. Oh, it says women. A large child or a small woman. They are an extra large child. But, I sometimes buy boys blue jeans. I go to the boys section. I get the Levi's because they're the perfect length. And, I have small hips, so I can fit into boys blue jeans. Okay, so no one is going to get the Beano spooky leggings. No. And then, I requested to auction, but you can go straight to her shop. She may have left because I'm taking a long time to list this stuff. So, all right, if you come back. Now, he was here yesterday. Did you put some? It's a girl's butterfly. Oh, I'm missing all this stuff. Okay. All right, so I did that. I'm going to do one more of mine. Oh, do you have something to show today, he will? Let me see. Because I don't want to miss. I mean, if it's a Halloween costume, I don't want to miss anyone who has actually. People are putting stuff that's not Halloween costume or anything. So I'm just ignoring those because we got to keep it. Otherwise, the shows would be thousands and thousands of things. So, and in the listing, try to put what the use would be. So did I do that? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to just go down the list. I'm just gonna, because I can't tell which ones I've seen and which ones I haven't. So I did that one. Let's see. This one. Okay, this is a Freddy Krueger sweater. Buy now, $3. It's not really Freddy Krueger because Freddy Krueger sweater is military green and red. And this one was they were selling it at Forever 21 a few years ago. And I saw it. I said, oh, that's cool. I'm going to go as Freddy Krueger for Halloween. Not even knowing, and people don't remember, So I bought it. I never did the Freddy Krueger for Halloween. And now the sweater has been through the wash and it's all pilled. So it's horrible. The sweater's in horrible condition. It really would only work as a Freddy Krueger sweater. Otherwise, I'll probably throw it out. It's really useless. I can't even use it for the yarn because they're short. It's only short pieces of yarn. They're cut up because it's a striped sweater, so you know that the yarn isn't one long piece. It's, you know, if it were ombre, I could go on. It's really not even useful much for a designer. You'd have to be really, you got to really use your imagination. So nobody wants the Freddy Krueger sweater, you guys. $3. Use it one night, throw it out the next day. All right. Fast fashion. Oh, a cameo. Oh, wait, I'm missing the chat. How come I can't read it? I got to go through here. Butterflies. Oh, yours are the butterflies. Okay. I sent a cameo that I thought would go good with the goth Halloween outfit. Leather and lace black cameo. Okay. Since you guys are here, I'll find yours. I'll do the butterflies first. Which are the ones? I'm looking. Oh, maybe I've got to find it in the... Oh, it must be in the... Okay, why don't I see it? Let me see. He will. I don't see it. Let me look. Here. I'm looking. You say they're butterflies. Oh, there. He will. Okay, I see. It's the St. Patrick and the butterfly costume. Okay, that's you. All right. I'll do those. Okay. And then I'll just go down the list. Okay, here we go. So I'll do this one first. This is by He Will Shop. Request to auction. And meanwhile, I'll read about it. And it says it's for a child. And it is a monarch butterfly outfit for size 2 to 3T. The little child. Kids monarch butterfly, new with tags. Kids monarch butterfly costume. And yellow hues, soft and lightweight fabric, full length. Dress up your kid for trick-or-treating. I'll do a dress up your kid for trick-or-treating or the family Halloween party in cute style with the monarch butterfly Halloween costume dress with headpiece from Hive. This monarch butterfly Halloween costume dress comes in yellow and black hues in a full length to help them look like a beautiful monarch butterfly. The included black headpiece adds a perfect finish, and it's made with a soft, lightweight fabric to keep them comfortable through the festivities. Yeah, it does look comfortable, and they can fluff. Kids love that. That's adorable. Okay, so that one is there in He Will Shop. Now I'll show leather. I'll show the cameo, and then I'll show He Will again. So, let me get the name again. Leather and then I'll try to find it. Leather and then. So before we did that one, we did that one. Oh, maybe I didn't add it. Make a big look. Shared listing. Oh, okay, I see. All right, you sent that leather and the cameo key. I get it. You only sent one thing. Okay, so the cameo key, I will do that one because leather's here. The black cameo key. It would go good with a goth Halloween outfit. So let's do that one. Yeah, I better read. The ones that I'm not adding, I should read. Because if in the listing it says that, then even if the person's not here, I'll run it. But here we go. So here is a cameo key pendant on a chain. A cameo key pendant on a chain, handcrafted. And that would look really good with a goth Halloween outfit. That's why. So we're going to request to auction. So you put the lowest price you're willing to accept there, leather and in. And the auction is in progress. So a cameo key pendant on a chain for $15 starting price and a goth outfit. So yeah, you can go as, actually I saw a dress I went to TJ Maxx yesterday and I saw a dress that I said, and it was only $10 and I almost bought it to try to resell. It looked like a Wednesday Addams dress. It was just this straight thing, and then it had the kind of frills on the side, but it looked very, it was short sleeved. It was a tank top. Like I said, you sometimes can allude to a character and not necessarily be the real character. Like that sweater alludes to Freddy Krueger. But I just thought, and now that dress with the keychain, like if I would have bought that dress to resell, I'd say, oh look, and here's a Wednesday Addams dress, or kind of a goth. It was a goth looking dress. So nobody got the cameo half price, you guys. It was a key pendant, half price. All right, that didn't sell. The Kim Rogers, yeah, that's what someone. Oh, that was because I'm thinking that's a leopard print. Maybe what? I'll do the Kim Rogers, because if you're there, Kim Rogers, because maybe you want to go as a leopard or something. It's a leopard print, maybe you want to put cat leopard ears. So you could theoretically use that for Halloween, alluding to a leopard. And Kim Rogers apparently had left. Excuse me. I mean, not Kim Rogers. The name of the shop is HO 400. I said Kim Rogers is not the name of the shop. All right. So, all right. Well, it's in the list if you want to go. All right. Next, I'm going to show. I got to get moving here. Next, I have. All right. Let's do this. Leggings are always useful. Here's some for a plus size lady or man. These are leggings with a tummy control, size 3X. So here I have size 3X leggings. I got to get a picture of them and list them. All right, I got this Ann Taylor skirt I'm going to have to move. For sale. Okay, so next I have these black leggings. So if you're going to go as a black cat, and speak of the devil, I've got a, let's say you want to go as a leopard, I mean, again, it's obviously not completely, but here it is, a pair of Jones and Company leggings for size 3X. They're skinny at the bottom. Oh, let me switch to them. Where did I put my phone? Oh. Where did I put my, oh, here it is, right next to me. All right, I'm going to get a quick picture of these leggings. Come on. My parents' phone is very, very slow. All right, so now black leggings, they're multi-purpose. You can use them for a costume. You can use them to work. Some offices are a little bit less formal. So request to auction, I think the owner of that shop is not here. So we'll quick put on my black leggings, which I will then later. And come to think of it, they almost, again, I don't know if it's my eyesight, they almost look navy blue, but dark navy blue. I'm having issues with navy blue and black lately. I don't know if that's on purpose in the industry. They're doing that because I'm seeing black. And then I get up closer and it looks navy blue. So they may be doing that on purpose, because I found a dress, same thing. You look up close, it's navy blue. And that's not a bad thing. They may do that for a reason, but pay attention to the black clothes, lady. Look up close and see if it's black or it's navy blue. Because it may be in the fashion industry, they've decided to use a new technique in dyes, and that spreads throughout the fashion industry. It could be, it doesn't mean it's bad or good. It's just, it could be a new thing that they're doing. That happens a lot in fashion. You'll find colors are not coincidence. There's a whole system in place. All right, let's get going. I got to get back on board. If you follow my shows long enough, you're going to see that I'm someone who rambles for hours and I go in circles and I forget the topic I started on. So I had told myself I've got to not do it on Poshmark. I've got to focus on on selling clothes, but I forget. So, all right, here we go. We got these pants. How do I get them? All right, guys. All right, I got to get to Poshmark again. Here we go. Poshmark, get into there. Now I'm going to upload my pants. New item. Yeah, for now I'm not adding new items because I'm a little behind. Quick list. Also because I can't get pictures with this darn phone. And I don't know why. Those pants. All right, I'm adding them like that. Next, because adding them I still have to. Black leggings 3X. Black leggings. Yeah, this takes time. I now understand why on other shows they use a number because it's quicker to list and everything. If I were to have a lot of people and a lot of sales, I would use the number system where I would list it. I'd put whatever number I'm on. And then if someone buys it, I put the ticket onto the actual item. I wouldn't staple it. I would, maybe you should have enough hangers. So, select category, women. Pants, wide legs, leggings. But they're thick material. It might even be that moisture wicking stuff. It's a size 3X. I try to carry different sizes. I actually originally focused on plus size at first. But then I thought, well, I've got some clothes that I buy for myself that I never use also. And, all right, I'm listing it now. I'm about to put these leggings up. What did I pay for these leggings? I don't remember. Oh, I always do that to myself. So I don't know what to charge. Oh, wait. Okay, I got the tag. Let's see if oh, TJ Maxx. All right. Well, it's right there. I paid $8 for them. I'm going to charge $8. I'm not going to go under $8. I'm going to list it for $8. So at least break even, and plus the tax. But you know what? These are tax-free days. So I think, because in Florida we have tax-free days just before school starts, so that parents can go out and buy clothes for their kids and get ready for school. But then they tax-free everybody. All right. Oh, did I list it? Where is it? Is it at the bottom? Okay, there's the black leggings. So I'll auction them for $8, which is what I paid for them. Leggings are usually not expensive, but these are high quality. I'll do it 60 seconds. These are very high quality leggings. They're not flimsy. They're thick. And black leggings again. If you go as a black cat for Halloween, tummy control. They have tummy control. It's firm, a very firm fabric. It's called, it's a 3X Jones, New York. It says the original listing price when it was in the fancy stores was $22. Then at TJ Maxx, that the pricing is relative because usually TJ Maxx is going to put a high price and shortly after they lower it, and they keep lowering it. So by the time you get it, okay, it's been marked down a lot and it hasn't sold, but it might be a treasure. Like I'm going to charge what I paid for it, $8. But remember, I didn't pay tax, but I paid gasoline going there. It's not like I bought a lot of stuff. So I'm not going to go lower than what I paid for it, guys. Anyway, so $8. Come on, you guys. 3X leggings with tummy control. It works for any Halloween outfit. Like anything, black leggings. Or if you want to work out, and you'll use them even if it's not Halloween. It looks like it'll hold up your jiggle spots too. It's almost like a legging girdle. But I really like, this is firm. This is, just if you have a friend who's a 3X size, it's very firm, thick. Oh, what's the, I'm sure it's got lycra with cotton maybe. Let's see. Get to know your, it'll be over here. Get to know your fabrics. Rayon, nylon, and spandex. Okay. This will last. Keep it out of the heat. You know, when you wash it, I'm sure the care instructions are on there too. When you wash it, generally I say try to keep all your clothes out of the heat, because heat of the dryer ruins all clothes. As does the sun. Hanging it out in the sun is almost more damaging. The ultraviolet rays. You know, maybe lay it down somewhere in the shade or inside your house, and put it in the dryer, but not the whole time. Let it be slightly damp. You know, but I suggest that with all your clothes, because clothes do last longer the less you use the dryer. Although the dryer is nice for quick unwrinkle, that does work. Like sometimes if you've had clothes that have been in the closet squished a bit, you know, among all the other clothes, maybe throw it in the dryer, kind of fluff it up a bit. That does help, but that's like a few minutes. All right. So you can tell I went to fashion school because I can't just sell clothes. You know, I just, you know, you can get cheap clothes and make your cheap clothes last, because if they're a classic style, which again, I say this all the time, I try to buy clothes that don't go out of style. Black leggings are really never out of style. At least you'll wear them if you go to the gym, or just, you know, this with a large cardigan, that would be office wear. You can wear leggings to the office with the right accessories, you know, and a nice quality legging, covering the tight parts, I would suggest, with a long cardigan. But it looks it's very slenderizing. I'm going to do another office wear one and organize it a little bit. All right, so those black leggings didn't sell. My next item, let's see. All right, I'll do one more. This is one I talked about yesterday. Let me get rid of, I've got to start, the ones I've already shown, I got to start moving them. I talked about this one yesterday. A mod. If you want to go as a mod girl from the 60s and 70s, they were actually in both eras, the 60s and the 70s. And I'll explain that part in a minute. This is fashion history now that I'm getting into. We had Mary Quant. And I try to, when I do my listings, I try to put a little bit of fashion history in my listings, which takes a long time. Educated consumers are the best consumers, you know. So in the 1960s, there was the lady who they claim invented the mini skirt called Mary Quant. She's a designer from England. So she invented the mini skirt. And then what came into style was the mini dress with these flat sling blacks or ballet shoes. So people would be wearing the mod, they would call it the mod look, you know, 1960s and early 1970s. But Mary Quant, you can Google her. And I'll put this all in the eventual listing. Oh, let me list this one now. So if you're going to go as an earlier mod girl, you would wear flats, like sling blacks or flats. You can look that up. Mod girl, Mary Quant. You'll see pictures. And if you want to go a later, like earlier 70s, later, like that was more 60s. And in the earlier 70s, the ladies started using white boots, like go-go boots, with the short dresses. So you could go as an earlier mod girl and wear it with flats and, you know, wear the appropriate hairdo and makeup. Or you could wear the same dress. Again, you're alluding. It's a costume. You're not going to be historically accurate necessarily. And, you know, that might offend people who love Mary Quant, you know. You know, hopefully you're not going to run into a fashion expert at the party. But they would say, well, but the geometric designs were not used until 1970 or whatever, you know. So it may not be historically accurate. But basically, it's a short kind of mod-looking dress with Mary Quant looking, you know, flat sling backs, which I have somewhere. But or then if you're going to go as a later mod girl, and then someone pointed out to me yesterday when I was talking about this, let me put this up. He said, oh, the go-go boots, they were white. But it's that dress here. Let me list it. Did I forget to put that in there? All right, let me add it. Shared listing. Oh, hang on a second. All right, I have to add it. I have to add this dress. Later they used long boots. You can look up go-go girls. They were like kind of spin-off from the mod girls, because that's fashion. You're in this style, but now we're going to start using, because people, that it's the fashion and people start copying, but then people want to be different from everyone else. Like at first you're the first one to use the fashion, so you're the new, but then that's how the fashion system works. But then everybody looks like you because everybody's wearing that, so you want to distinguish yourself. So in some other, let me go to my closet and get this dress. There it is. I've added it, updated. I'm selling it for $9. I'll throw in the boots, 60. I'll do $9. I bought this. I spent more for all of this. If you want to bundle it with the boots, now again, it may not be historically accurate. So you could wear this mod A-line dress, which is above the knee, and then a pair of up to your knee boots, at least up to your knee, not over the knee boots. They used just below the knee boot, so only your knee is showing. You're actually, it's a very sexy look, and you're showing no skin. Do you see how you can play with sexiness? It's not a fitted dress. You're completely covered up from the top of your neck. It's not a dress that accentuates any curves. The only sexy, in quotes, is that you're showing your knees and you have high heels on. You know what I mean? So, but you're toying with sexiness. You're still toying with it. And that's for you to figure out why. There are reasons, and I could go more deep into your psychology, but this is all stuff you learn in fashion school, and in pursuing what you learn in fashion school outside of fashion school, what you learn about sociology, anthropology, psychology, because all that is marketing. And whether you're marketing clothes or you're marketing, here I am telling you all the secrets, nobody's going to buy anything from me. But when you're marketing clothes, you use those tricks, psychological tricks. We're reaching into people's anthropology. If you believe in Darwin's theory, for example, you'll understand why the ape started to dress himself. We all, Darwin's theory is that we descended from apes. I'm getting way off on a tangent now, but buy my clothes. There's a good dress. It's a good dress to wear. See, once I tell you the secret, you don't buy the clothes. But it's a good price. You want to go as a mod girl. You're reliving. This is part of selling costumes, is also selling the dream of what someone wishes they could be. Like obviously, well, you could be a mod girl, but it's not the 60s anymore. And they also had a mentality that came with them. Equal, now we're going to get into feminism here. The mod girl of the 60s was sort of rebellious like the flapper girl in the 20s. Like that would be the equivalent, in my opinion. Of course, it's all theory, it's all like bigger stuff. But I think that, there are women, and feminism is part of that through fashion, because people express themselves through clothing. But women are more, we're more like men. A lot of men, not all, but they'll be like, yeah, I just need a pair of jeans, just whatever. They'll go to the store, just whatever. They won't even try them on sometimes. Look, this size fits. They don't care if it looks good or not. They're just, whereas women generally, and there's always exceptions, they want to express who they are through their clothes, and sometimes you want to fit in. Clothing has to do also with fitting in. Like the trendsetters are the ones who are willing to risk looking ridiculous by wearing a new style and having people poke fun at them. And then actually, for example, the pumps with jeans, like dressy pumps with blue jeans. I'd never seen that before. I never even would have thought to wear pumps with any pants at one time. In the 1970s, which the rule was with short dresses, you wear flats, and with pants, you wear flats. And with longer dresses, you wear high heels. And if you wear high heels and miniskirt, there's only one kind of woman that you are. That was the belief or whatever. You know. And then one day in the magazine, we saw what's wrong with this picture. You know, the magazines come out like, what's wrong with this picture? Because they try to teach you how to dress. And they showed a woman, you know, a woman dressed with mismatching, you know, and it was obviously wrong, and you pointed out. And then there was a woman, or no, what picture is wrong and what picture is right, or something like that. So anyway, we got to the picture where there was a woman in, you know, wool pants wearing patent leather pumps, which today everybody does, you know. But we'd never seen that before. We say, no, you never. The rule, the fashion rule, there's my father. Keep on wanting to eat lunch. What is it? Oh, in a little bit. Okay. Oh, gosh. This is a fun show, but I just got to stop talking so much. Guys, look, I meant to just quick show the clothes. Anyway, the rule was you never use high heel. You never use pumps or high heels with pants. Oh my goodness! Certainly not with blue jeans. Then when I saw it with blue jeans a few years later, the girls in France would do it. I was like, that looks amazing. Dressy pumps with blue jeans, and then a dress shirt, and then a casual hair. All right, so Mod Girl, nobody wants this or offer me in a bundle. Thank you so much for running. Oh, you're welcome. Any sandals? Oh, well, I have these. They're too small for me. I actually bought them on Poshmark. They're in my shop. They're size 7. I have a few. Let me have a look. But actually, I'm doing the Halloween show today. But I do have sandals. I have a few that I don't have listed, but I hadn't thought to sell them. But actually, I do have. I might do a Christmas holiday because I have some Christmas holiday stuff that's brand new that I do. All right, Mod Girl. Nobody, just, you know, write to me if you want to, you know, do a bundle with these boots and this thing. All right, let me run some of you all's stuff. And then I got 2 or 3 more things, and then I'm going to go have lunch. And I've got to learn to not take so long. So... This, I was going to show this. It's kind of like a leather looking, it's not leather. It's faux leather. It's a mini pencil skirt. It's a pencil skirt. It goes to mid-knee, just mid-knee. So it's not too short. And it hugs your behind, you know, and then it goes inward. So it accentuates your hips, which is nice. It looks nice. And it looks nice on, it depends, you know, if you think this, it's small. It's a small by Iris. My idea for Halloween was wear it with some cowboy boots, you know, and you could be in maybe some kind of cowboy top, like a cowboy vest. I think there was one of the people in the list. I'm going to try to run all those at the end. So there's this skirt. If somebody's interested, I'll run it. Otherwise, I got to get going. All right. I will be listing it in the shop later, but I can no longer. All right. I still have the Mod Style thing on there. What else? Let's see what I have. Let me start going through the list and just sharing. Okay, that one. Okay, Green Bay Packers, NFL, size 8 for a boy. You know, a woman could also use it. I thought you could use that one if you want to be like, well, a few things. There's Mary Tyler Moore. I always imagine her with washing her car before the show started, where she's washing her car in a cowboy. You could go as a fan of the Green Bay Packers and really overdo your Green Bay Packer, you know, look, paint your face and be a Green Bay Packer fan. You know, that could be a Halloween costume. Or you might be a Green Bay Packer fan, really. The Freddy Krueger sweater I did. Oh, here's a vintage Nike. Again, you might be a fan. This is the Cubs. It's a vintage Cubs thing. I'll request to auction. I think this poor gentleman probably left already, but you know, vintage Nike Cubs thing. All right, I'll do the buy now. I'll end that one, but you know it's there. I'll still at least run it. Sexy Mama Maternity. This is a young lady. I guess she had a baby shower, one of those pictures of her at her baby shower. She says that she was 8 months pregnant. She's actually not here, but this is a person whose shop I follow that I thought could work for Halloween. Like maternity wear, first of all, does fit plus size women many times because it's made for, in part, for a plus size woman. Again, if you're top heavy and have thinner legs like I did when I was heavier, a maternity dress like this might work, and it could work as an outfit. You could go dressed as a, as a flower or as an angel. Or I thought that it's a solid colored dress with that cute color that could work. Or maybe you're a pregnant lady and you want to go for Halloween to a party. You could wear that dress and go as a Cinderella, a pregnant Cinderella. Use your imagination. So that's why I'm running that one. But the person is not actually here. All right, next I'm going to run the, Love Wood Drop. I thought that would work also with my mod outfit. The idea I gave about the mod outfit. That's also not someone who's here, but I was looking through through Poshmark myself and finding things. So if you go as a 1970s hippie, for sure, because that would be more hippie era, 1970s, mid to late 1970s were the hippies. Vietnam, actually early 70s was the hippies, but they kind of it went mod woman hippies very quickly. They were kind of overlapping each other, mod girl, hippie. They kind of started blending. Anyway, so that would work, reminiscent of the groovy era of the 60s and 70s. All right, that one's done. The next one, okay, here's He Will, St. Patrick. I'll request auction. He Will, I assume that was some kind of thing for Halloween. Reversible sequins. Is that let me see what it is. I'll open it. It looked like it could work for Halloween. Oh, it's a t-shirt, a St. Patrick's Day t-shirt. You could go as a leprechaun, and it's extra small juniors, which also would fit a small woman. And that's about all it says. So it's a t-shirt with a St. Patrick's. And so it could be all green. It goes from green, or when you reverse the sequence, you can change orange. It looks like there's silver in there. So those are fun. That's a fun thing. All right. Then, I didn't do the buy now. Did I do request to auction? Okay, $10 for that. But I guess He Will may have left it. So you could probably write to He Will if you're very interested. Any of the people. Okay, I did that one. I did the Bumblebee. I did the Day of the Dead. I did the Halloween costume. Did I do this one, Heather Pyro? That was an angel. Some kind of angel. Oh, no, this is a pirate. Is it a pirate? No, that's a police costume. I remember now. Police. Okay, so there's a police outfit. Next, I did that one, the Black Panther. I did Mrs. Claus. Handmade Kids Faux. Let's see that one. Oh, that's a cute. Look at that. That's adorable. That one is, let's run the auction. Let me read it, and I'll run the auction. Handmade Kids Faux Fur Costume and Coat. I'm going to guess the person has left because I've been taking so long, but request to auction. It's at $25 listed. And what it says is handmade faux fur. It's handmade faux fur kids coat, giant collar, a nice warm layer used for a Cruella de Vil Halloween costume, no closures, around the kid's small 3T. Please submit offers. All right, so that's in my listings. If you guys see anyone that you like, of course. The Kim Rogers I did, the spooky leggings, I did that. Okay, I did all those. I see a few more shares in there. So let's see. Okay. Okay, we have Katie. Okay, there's some sandals. Why, sir? Okay, we've got some of those. I think I'll leave it at that. I'll throw those in. You could go as a sailor, maybe. I won't necessarily run them, but I'll just add them. People were nice enough to submit things. So for now, I'm adding these to the show. Just whoever submitted anything, because I'm about to end the show now. They may or may not have had a Halloween idea. So I'll run the last few that just listed. And then I'm going to end the show, guys. And hi, YouTubers. I've been ignoring you. Sorry. I hope you guys go over to Poshmark because they're the ones seeing all the shows and the things that I'm showing on the screen, which you guys can't see yet. I may do at one point where I can do the Poshmark show together with all the YouTube, and I have some people on Twitch. I'd like to be able to have all my people watch me and not have to switch apps. You know, but I'll figure that out. Anyway, let me run these last few. Sorry, just talking. Ooh, I'm getting very warm as well. How's the sound, Poshmarkers? You know, because I've got to use this air. I can't not use it. All right, here's a mask by Jack Skellington. Mask. Request to auction. If you're there, BioWorld. If you're there, Hoof-hearted 611. Hoof_hearted 661. If you're on Poshmark and you like that mask, you can just go buy it at her shop. I'm not going to do much. All right, here's a Hasbro Avengers Iron Man mask. Looks like it's Iron Man for kids or for anyone. Heads are all about the same size, so I have some masks in my shop. That one's a Hasbro Avengers Iron Man light up mask. There's a typo there, but $19 list price. It's not being auctioned. Request to auction if you're there. Hoof-hearted. Looks like you probably left, but oh, people put videos too. Okay, I need to get models too. On Poshmark, by the way, YouTubers, if you're interested, you can put pictures of your item, and then you can also have a video of your item in the listing. Like, you know, so if you have a pretty friend, wear the dress and spin around, for example. All right, a couple of more that I'm going to just list because, all right, here I just thought the person's probably not here now, but, you know, you could go as a sailor. Now, of course, it's Halloween. October is chilly in some parts of the U.S. So maybe you would use it with thick woolen, you know, tights or something. Go as Peter Pan or as maybe some kind of a sailor. I could see a Peter Pan wearing those shorts, you know, with leggings, ballet slippers, and, you know, wear the funny hat he looks. I'm not sure. Well, Peter Pan wore green leggings, I think, but for some reason, or maybe Pinocchio. Maybe I'm thinking of Pinocchio. I'm not sure. That reminds me of some kind of Disney character shorts. Here's a pair of sandals. Someone asked about sandals. They're not a Halloween costume, but it's a 7.5 Steve Madden. It says black sandals. They look green to me, but maybe because it's in used condition, $6. Lots of life left, they claim. Selling as is. They're pretty worn up. They're pretty used up. I don't know. It's up to you. It's $6 for those. You know, I can't. Oops. End the show now. I hope I showed everybody's stuff. I'm sorry. Oh, the colorful strapless. Oh, wait a minute. I got a couple more. A strapless, you know, maxi dress. I'm not going to even auction it. I'm just going to show you. You can go to at YESVE's shop. And you can get the strapless maxi for $10. I'll quick run this one. Again, it's not a using your imagination. Anything could be a Halloween costume. But here's a plain white midi dress, spaghetti straps, cowl front, asymmetrical with tassels. If you want to be politically incorrect, you could dress that up as a first American Indian. You know, again, alluding to it. Obviously, they didn't wear shiny satin dresses, but they did wear asymmetrical dresses with tassels. So I could see dressing that dress up and alluding to the Native American, or I would call them first American. Nobody's Native American, but the first Americans. but you might get backlash for that. So maybe, that's not really a Halloween costume. And then the last one, Lyrics of Love, you could use that you could go as a bride for Halloween, or you could actually wear it as a Halloween dress. Or you could get that dress, let's see, request to auction. You could go, if you're willing to destroy the dress. I wouldn't destroy a $50 dress. It's a beautiful dress. You could go as a zombie bride. So wear a wedding dress, hopefully, or a white dress, and then make yourself look like a zombie and do whatever zombies do, scary yourself up. Get the dress all dirty with dirt, and there's a way to do acrylic fingernails that make them look broken up and paint them black so it looks like they're, or paint them with some red. You know what I mean? So use your imagination. It's fun. It's fun. Dressing is partly you're always wearing a costume every time you get dressed, but Halloween is the time to go overboard with it. All right. I gotta go have lunch. Bye, YouTubers. Yesterday I said goodbye on Poshmark and I forgot about my YouTubers and I left that running. I left the live running for 5 hours on YouTube. So I'll remember you guys and I'll say goodbye today too. So all right, I'm gonna be doing my listings. I probably won't do another show for a few days because I'm behind on my listings. I've got to get everything listed and up there. But definitely you guys come to my shop, make offers. If you saw something here that you like, remind me about it and I'll maybe list it quicker if you're interested in it. And come back to my future shows. Follow me. And from next show, I'm going to do, I got 2 viewers now over there. How many over here? 2 viewers over here. You might be the same viewers. Okay, thanks, guys. See you soon. Bye. I'll send you to another Posh Show. Okay. Bye, everyone. Okay. I got 9 views. Oh, I got 9 people total. I'm off of Poshmark. I'm not on there anymore. Okay. The show ran for 1 hour, 26 minutes. A little long. I'd like to keep them to an hour. So I got to get better at that. With all the blabbing I did, you'd think it would have taken even longer. But okay. So I want to try to get my shows to an hour. I want to try to share people's stuff. And I want to talk about fashion history what I did. I kind of want the shows to be like that, but I don't want to get so deep into fashion history. I think fashion history and fashion theory and all that is interesting. And it's stuff I learned in fashion school, which I didn't finish fashion school, but it's stuff you can Google, it's stuff I learned. And, but I got to keep the shows shorter. I got to not necessarily talk so much, but anyway, I'll be getting there. Guys, sign up, download the Poshmark app, follow me on my show is at, my shop is at Petit Pois, P-E-T, just like it's written here. And, watch me on there. I might start doing gum snapping ones, but the next show, I might just quick let you guys know I'm going, because some of the people on here are not following me on the ASMR, so they won't know. But I'm going to go on here quick to let you guys know, and then I'm going to do it on the ASMR. And I'm going to tell them, but I got to stay soft-spoken. Or you know what, guys? Or maybe I just got to be who I am. And if people like my ASMR, they like it. And if they don't, they don't. You know what? I think I got to, but then I may as well stay on this channel and try to monetize this channel. I'd like to have a side hustle because I'm going to work. I'm going to get a job when I get back from Argentina, end of August. I'm going to get a job, some kind of steady every day. But I want to have a steady side hustle too. I got to get this side hustle off the ground. So, so that when I get into my, if I'm a temp, because I'm usually temping. When I'm temping, if things start going south at the job I'm at, I can just, put in my 2 weeks notice or whatever. And just kind of depend on the side hustle for a couple of weeks, maybe just be a little more free. But all right, anyway, that's a dream. Everybody wants that. That's what everybody wants. Everybody wants to be able to work from home and not have to worry about money. And it's just, it's possible. It's possible to do. I don't think Poshmark is the way I'm going to do it. But I'm having so much fun. And like maybe one of you will catch on and you will be able to do it on Poshmark. But I could see a show getting good on Poshmark. What I envision for myself on Poshmark that I think is doable is to get enough people who like my ASMR, coddle to them, granted, do the gum snapping, what's left of it, and sell the show's gum snapping. And then the people, unfortunately, who don't like gum snapping aren't going to buy. Or do two kinds of shows. Do a gum snapping show where I'm selling clothes. But look, if people are, and the ASMR will be, if you like my gum snapping, buy clothes, you know. So somebody's going to have to buy clothes once in a while. Maybe I'll put like $3 stuff up, $2. You know, if I sell something for $3, I make 5 cents on Poshmark. That shows you that, you know, I'm not even going to make that much. But if everybody spends $5, no, I don't. If I sell it for $3, I get 5 cents. If I sell it for $5, I get $2.05. You always get the 5 cents and up. But they take a percentage. So the more I sell it at, the more money I make percentage-wise. Because I sold a $7 item, I made $4.05. So they're always going to get their $3.05. So it's not a percentage. No, it is. It is a percentage. Oh, that's right. With Poshmark, it's on a sliding scale. So if you make under a certain amount, all you're paying is $3.05. That's right. But if it's over a certain amount, you're paying the $3.05 plus a percentage. But it has to be over a certain amount. It works kind of like how taxes work. There's a sliding scale. So if you keep all your stuff cheap, if you sell it for $3, you make 5 cents. So all of my items, I'm going to sell for at least $5. I think that's what I'm going to do. So for that, I do have to advertise on my Poshmark. I have to advertise on the ASMR channel. All right, I got to think about how I do it because at the same, not that I have that many people watching my live shows anyway on Poshmark. I usually, like today, I got 9 people. I've got a lot of followers, but they don't all watch. Same with YouTube. I have a lot of followers. I have 1,000 followers, but I only get like 70 views on my channel. So I got to work it. You know, that way I'm selling. Yeah, I could work it. I could work it out. If there's off each ASMR follower, let's say, which I'm not going to do, but let's say I have 1,000 followers, like I do here. If each person bought a $2 item, I mean, if each person bought a $5 item, which not all, let's do the calculation, see if it's even worth it. Let's see. That's done. Let me get this. Sorry. Let me get the calculator. So calculator. No, I can't believe I can't do math. What's 1,000 times? I would be making $2.05. So $2.05 times, somebody help me out, times 1,000. I know, I'm stupid. I should be able to do that. I can do it. It's at least 2,000, right? $2 times 1,000 is $2,000. So if every month I could get 1,000 people to spend $5 on my Poshmark, not spend, they would have to buy it. So see, it's different from Patreon. See, I don't like Patreon because it's a subscription. So the people the people pay the subscription. So if they're paying a subscription, you have to do the shows, whether you want to or not. Whereas if I do it this way, I have $5 items, whatever the item is, you know, something like a little token. I would actually send the item, you know, well, that's the thing. Then they'd have to pay shipping. And it might not be worth it. Oh, I would do free shipping. No, then there goes my profit. So that wouldn't work either. I would just want them to spend $5 a month on something. But yeah, with Poshmark, there's an actual. I mean, I could say you're just spending $5 and you get a shout out on the show. I for some reason, well, I might be able to do that. It's like that's also something I'm not really. I kind of feel like you need to get something tangible back when you spend money, but not necessarily. People pay money to get to get advertising. So, like, if you were to, I could have a listing in the Poshmark shop, and this is ideas for you all if you open your Poshmark shop and you're not, because to make money selling the actual clothes, you'd have to really love it. I think it's fun, but I don't love it enough to want to make my life selling clothes on the internet. But I could see how I could use, yeah, and I maybe a shout out to you if you buy this listing, but it's an intangible listing. You'll be spending $5, free shipping, but you're not going to actually get a tangible item. But here's the problem with that. If someone doesn't like me, they could give a bad review. The item was never sent. She's a horrible, and then I'll get a bad ratings in my shop. So, that's the risk. I mean, generally my viewers have always been nice, but I did have one or two viewers that were mean to me on the ASMR channel. Not mean, but like very demanding, and then one in a huff unfollowed me. It was years ago, because it was when I started doing ASMR, and that's when, people started to expect, which is completely right. If I'm charging, but I don't like that feeling when people start to expect you to perform, because then I don't, as much as people say, oh, it's fine, you're doing fine, do whatever. And a lot of people do say that. You're going to have people that just don't like you doing whatever. They want you to do what they want you to do. They want you to snap gum, and, you're not doing it. And you've got us watching these dumb commercials, snap gum. So, all right, I gotta go. I'm hungry. I gotta go to lunch, and I don't even know if anyone's watching. One person, the mystery viewer, the mystery viewer. Thank you, mystery viewer. You're my only fan sometimes. I'll see you soon. End stream.